24/7, but during high call times or brief absences, your call may go to voicemail. Please leave a message with your callback number or email, and someone will get back to you within 2 business days. If you are currently experiencing homelessness, please choose from one of the following options. For families with children, survivors of domestic violence, and adults without children, please press 1 to be connected to Family Support Center of South Sound. Our staff is...
Hey, Crypt Kicker. Hey, Schmungus. This is my last night in the hotel. I'm down to less than $100. I'm trying to find somewhere to put the cats. A couple of people have offered places, but no follow-ups happened yet. I'm going to move into the car tomorrow. I don't have enough food and gas to get through tomorrow, really. Either way. These people just told me it's going to be a 2-day wait to find a place in Olympia. But mainly what I'm trying to do is find a temporary place for the cats. And there are cat-specific resources online, too.
I'm sorry you're in such a tough spot. For temporary care resources in Olympia,
For fuck's sake. Hi, my name is Rogan Marshall. I am stranded outside Olympia with 2 cats in my car, suddenly without warning, and looking for a place particularly for the cats and some advice on resources for myself and the cats. My phone number is 601-913-0430. Thank you in advance for calling me back. Thanks a lot. Hi, Rip Dog. Hi, Jake Furry Lover. So, yeah, I mean, I can come in here and raise another $100 or $200 by begging all day and night, probably. One of you guys will kick in. But my other option is to move into a campground with the cats. I have a tent. There are public camping sites in like national forests that aren't far from here, but I don't know anything about that. So I'm gonna leave that till tomorrow morning. I just called this. I have this other number to call to you. Now this is a cat place. Sounds like it is probably a fancy, expensive cat boarding place, but they might be able to help me out with. They might know who the cat people are around here. There's definitely some organization that is crazy cat ladies who will help, right? Like everywhere, there's an organization that's crazy cat ladies who will help with this exact kind of thing. The hotel room looks cool. The hotel is cool. Unfortunately, it's $120 a night. So, Knox, my boy, how are you? And somebody was specifically complaining about you guys earlier. They were like, I'd help out more, but you're too distracted by the teenagers in your chat who can't send you money. Like, the audience chooses me. There's a lot more people in here now, so hopefully. What was that? Hi, I'm Gemini from Google Messages. Why is Temu showing me dirty pictures? I don't even know what Temu is, and it's trying to sell me the kind of jewelry that attaches to parts of you. You can't post pictures of it online. Like it keeps startling me. I'm like, how did this even happen? I certainly didn't search anything that. Maybe you should give the cats to animal control. Living in a car is animal cruelty. No, I'm not. Yeah, no. There's no animal control. I'm gonna find somewhere to put the cats. A friend to keep them with, or a shelter for them. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. The cats can spend like one night in the car. For road trip purposes, they can spend one night in the car. Like I can get them out and they can use the litter but yeah, no. They one driving shift and then one, like they get out for a minute and one driving shift. That is all they can really take. What state am I in? I am outside Olympia, Washington. I'm in Aberdeen specifically. The mechanic is not far from here. He's out of town till Thursday. He can help out with the car some more. So if I get stuck right in the area for a couple more days, that's actually not the worst for me. So you're going to move into a tent with the cats in a campground in the middle of September when it drops down to no, I only have to cover this for 30 days. Maybe a week less than 30 days. I have a job and a home for me and the cats in Illinois that opens up. It's a seasonal thing. It's campgrounds. And it's all just booked solid right now. There just literally isn't a place for me there. So I can't go yet. Are you gay? No. No. So I just have to cover for 30 days, and that's exactly the kind of thing that like the Crazy Cat Ladies Network is good for. Is 30 days your plan is to live in a campground in a tent in the middle of September when it drops down to the 30s at night? I was homeless and living in a car year round in Florida before. I don't have a problem with that's, yeah, I'll make it. Don't worry about me. It's the cats that I'm worried about. Kurt Cobain's hometown is Aberdeen. Really? I'm in Kurt Cobain's hometown? The cats will love that. I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do. I got left homeless and stranded and broke. It's not something I could do anything about. I'm taking the best advice I can, and I have the best friends I possibly can given the circumstances. Illinois in the Midwest, not hot-ass Florida. Right. You're correct. I'm not anywhere near Florida right now. I'm in Washington. Yeah, it's a little ugly in the car at night when it gets that cold. Yeah, the cats just need a place. Just think about what you're telling people, though. You're telling people you're going to move into a tent in the middle of September when it's freezing. It doesn't make sense. So please give me money or a place to live. Okay? That is the problem. If you want me to live in a car, then you can watch that happen, or you can do something else. I don't know what to tell you. My friends and family are you guys. So, yeah, he's not okay. I don't we don't need to consider him an enemy of the stream. That poor guy. But he burned about $5,000 in resources, bringing me in Red here. Red seems to think she's landing on her feet. I mean, I've been talking to her every day. I have a feeling Red is making it look like in the streams she's just not speaking to me anymore because I'm some kind of monster, but we've been talking every day. She's busy with her own shit. She's not going to help me find a place for the cats. There's a bridge in Aberdeen with photos of Kurt, kind of like a museum. He has really serious mental issues, Knox, my boy. He's running around the internet now acting like he's a triumphant troll villain in this narrative. Poor guy. I was really his best friend. When people were like, why would you call him your best friend? What? That's a way of saying I'm his best friend. That's what I was saying when I was like, you're my best friend. I meant I will come there and help you with your mental illness. I really thought he was kind of a train wreck. I just didn't think he was that kind, a train wreck so bad that there really isn't a room there probably at all, and the cats aren't even coming inside for a minute, and then he doesn't even follow that's what's going on. Have you unhit him? No, of course not. He just fucked up my life real good. I'm about to lose Pi and Zoe because of him. Unless somebody comes in here who can babysit them and keep them for me for later, that's what's happening. He fucked everything up, and he's been all over the internet bragging about it like he did it on purpose. I want to be dead. But especially after that business with Red, but I got to keep going. Once I get the cats home, it doesn't really matter what happens to me. But I got the car and the tent. The cats can really only be in the car and the tent for about 50 hours. Basically. But finding a place for the cats should be fairly easy. I have 2 cats. Pi and Zoe, and I'm in Aberdeen, Washington, so I can take a long drive to somewhere to home the cats temporarily. I'm going to Illinois. I have about a month to cover here. I'm not worried about anything except the cats living inside. That's the main. You want the cats? Well, where are you? Could I volunteer as a mod since he is not a mod? We're going to be really careful about bringing more mods in. Sophia's here is still, she's not modded yet. She's still on probation. You can drive there. Where are you? Let them outside. No. They're indoor cats. Make Sophia's here a mod. You're in Virginia. It's all the way across the country. There was somebody offering a place in North Carolina earlier who was going to message me, and then the message never turned up and she went silent. I don't know. Maybe she Googled me. But, and there's someone else in my inbox was like, I can take the cats. I'm in Oregon. And And I haven't heard back from him yet. I'm waiting to hear from him. I sent him my phone number. I'm watching the phone, the email. I'm watching this. So I have today and tonight to clear that up. But you need to go to Illinois to meet up with my best friend anyways. Well, that's in a month, Sophie. I'm going to be working on campgrounds in Illinois, like a vacation place. So indoor cats can be outdoor. They all lived outdoor at one point. You don't know much about cats, do you? Come on. Have I ever heard of Church of the Cosmic Skull? No, Daniel K. I have not. Let me fix this. So, oh, right. Hold on. I was supposed to call the bank back. I forgot about that. Porky also had my bank information. That's an indication of how screwy his mental health is. He's not trying to steal from me. He has my bank information. I'll play a song when yeah. Give me a minute. Give me a minute to catch up with this a bit. Let's see. Why is... That's so weird. My AI assistant thing was listening to me. And answering questions, it was fishing out of like what I was saying. Let me see. Jimmy going, hey, Agility, I just tried to call you. You get off at 5. I tried to call, and then I remembered that you would be busy, and then I just let it ring anyway. How are you? Yeah, I'm still scrambling to find a place for the cats. Like, I'm okay with living in the car and in the tent myself. I'm going to find some kind of campground. The cats can be comfortable in the car for about a day. Like, I don't know. They're already not happy with the trip. Ghoulies Grotto, how are you? Bathroom messages. Hey, did you get my message? Like today? I just tried to call you. Dude, what the hell was that? What are you doing? What the fuck? See, this is why Zoe can't be an outdoor cat. She's that retarded. She just tries to destroy herself on things. You have $1,000. You can take care of you don't have 1,000. Please don't joke, Sophie. I'm about to lose my cats. Please do not joke. Why are you moving? I was moving to a new place in Portland, and the guy turned out to be utterly insane, and there's no job and there's no home. Check your messages on phone. Hold on. That lymphatic come. Cool. I sent you a yes on that. Agility. Why am I so autistic? Yes, I sent you a yes on that. Anna, am I back? Am I back? Do we have sound and picture? You're not. You can come get them. Sophie, really, this is not something to joke about. I'm having trouble not completely breaking down over this. You talking about taking the cats in here when you can't is going to let someone else know who might that they don't need to help. So please stop getting in the way of me trying to rescue my cats from being lost. This is not acceptable. What are you doing? You're not driving here from Virginia to get my cats. You're not old enough to do that. So stop playing pretend. This is really serious. I can't believe that guy did that to you. Yeah, I'm stunned. I'm just stunned. It burned like $4,000 in resources. None of the several people who helped us in the move can really help more. The place where I was living before is gone now. Love Hello gave it to somebody else, so there's no line of retreat. I'm down to about $100. I'm hungry now. Got to back to work. I'll talk to you. Yes, I will talk to you soon. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'll talk to you after 5. Yeah, I'm not real big on coming in here begging for help and money. Obviously. I mean, at least it's entertaining. At least you're paying for entertainment, for Christ's sake. Can you do Uber Eats and DoorDash to make some quick cash? Not in a 20-year-old car. When I figure out where I'm going to be, there are really low level day labor kind of gigs. Like there are temp agencies where it's like they need a bunch of guys who have some muscle who aren't particularly bright to clear junk from a yard, stuff like that. There is work like that. So wherever I get stuck for the next month, I'll do that kind of temp work. I've never done that kind of thing before. The car's that old, yeah, it's 17 years old. But that's what I'll do for money here for a minute. But my first concern is getting the cats housed. Like I can live in the car and a tent and go dig a ditch or something for a month and dangle until this lines up in Illinois. The cats cannot. I need a temporary home for them. Yeah. Yep. And I have the rest of today to arrange that. Work has been crazy busy today. Sounds like I'll be off at 3. Yeah, cool. Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, I'm down to less than $100 after tonight in the hotel. I'm about to call. I'm about to make a couple more calls about. I don't need to live inside somewhere. I kind of like being stuck in the tent in the car. Yeah, but the cats can't be there. I mean, they can for a minute, but like a minute. And I don't know anything about campsites and stuff like that around here. I do not want to drive into the woods with my cats in the car and just wing it. I've never camped. Like I have a tent. I don't know how to set up the tent. Like that'll all be fun, but not with the cats. You could do DoorDash if you were homeless in your car, not in a car that's 17 years old. There was something else that hung me up the last time I tried to sign up for DoorDash, but are you cool with Rogan Marshall 4611? What does that mean, Tron Burgundy? I 4610 is the number on my handle. What are you trying to say? That seems cryptic and strange. Okay, hold on. So yeah, and I have the stream. So as long as 4610, yeah. So as long as I'm, I can come in here and rattle the can and hang out and play guitar and stuff. Like this will literally get more entertaining if I'm stuck in the car. It'll be a better stream if I'm stuck in the car, but not the cats. The cats have to be a safe place to be. Nobody's even spamming chat. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's serious. There's a couple people saying I'm scum, but it's the usual suspects. Let's see. Why am I not seeing my chat? Here we go. Neutral screen name unlocked. Huh. How are you, Ghoulie? Let's see. Why was I not? So, yeah, Sophie, you I mean, I'd love for you to have the cats, but you're in Virginia. It's like a 3-day drive. The car's probably got 6 days of driving in it without needing another round of help. If I get stuck here for 2 more days, Aaron, the mechanic, he can work on the muffler some more for me, I think. Ghoulie's Grotto. Oh, I already asked you how you are, and that's why you said I'm fantastic. I'm fine. Vacation was a 3-day drive. Yeah, but you, Sophie, come on. I need somebody to help with the cats. This is not a joke or like a narrative or something. Pi and Zoe are going to end up lost if I have to just drop them off at a shelter. So, anyone in here who's in the area who can host the cats can take them for... What exactly is wrong with the muffler? It's not attached. It was entirely detached. It never had a muffler. That's why the car was so loud all along. It was just hanging half off the bottom. So, so among other things, I can't drive into California. The California cops will come down on me like the hand of God. Hi, Jim Rat, by the way. You were more interesting when you were fighting dudes in an elevator. Like 2 days ago? Yeah, give it a minute. Maybe if you want to watch me cry because Pi and Zoe were lost. What is a muffler? It's part of a car. It's the thing that muffles the sound that my car is making without the muffler. It has to do with emissions too. It dumps a lot more nasty shit into the air when it doesn't have a muffler on it, which is why I can't drive it to California. They have emission standards. Yeah, really funny that a mentally ill guy destroyed my life. You freak. And my daughters. I mean, Red. I think Red's about going to have to be about like this anyway. So Red is landing on her feet. That's good. That's good. That's good. A muffler is what I threw at Sophie. California is a hellhole. I didn't ever want to go back there. Like, I'm a screenwriter, so in theory, I could waltz right into work there. I have a couple of friends there I'm trying to connect back up with. There's other people in the movie and TV industry there that I don't want to approach because I don't want to approach them in a non-professional context, right? Like Andros is an old friend in such a way, and Rick is an old friend in such a way that I don't mind being like, okay, I'm washing up in town with everything I own in the car. Even so, I don't want to bring the cats into that. Like, I would rather have the cats homed here temporarily and then go down south. But I'd rather, I mean, like I said, there's day labor stuff. You can go to temp agencies. You guys can float me for food for a day or two while I figure out how to live in a tent and work at a, I just need the cats to have a home. That's the main thing going on here. So anyone who's in the I'm right by Olympia, Washington, but I'll drive 4 hours for a fan who has to take care of, put them among strangers. I mean, strangers in here is family. So I'm near Olympia, Washington. If you want to help out, well, one person had emailed me but hasn't followed up again. Of course, 9 out of 10 people you meet in this space are going to flake out or make an offer and then it isn't real. What kind of movies you make? Bad movies. Bad movies. Let's see. I hope you find work. Work's actually not the primary problem. I have a job waiting for me in a month in Illinois. If I'm not paying rent, then my expenses are, I don't know, like $20 a day plus the gas in the car. Is other cat still hiding? Nope, they're both out. They were both out on the bed. Let's see. There we go. There's my Cash App if anyone wants to help. But like I said, right now it's a logistical problem more than a money problem. I do have a cat boarding place here to call. That would be like cash on the table to store Pi and Zoe alive there. It's a terrible option for them. They would be miserable. But and it would be expensive, I'm sure. It's probably $50 a day a cat. But they might. He got another troll waiting in Illinois. Nah, I don't think so. You guys, Love Hello turned out to be real. The mechanic turned out to be real. Even with Porky turning out to be so insane, I'm ahead of the curve there. And let's be clear, it's really on Feet Finder. Man, people keep being like, just do OnlyFans. I can't. Sex is gross. I don't have anything to do with it. I don't like being naked, like ever. I probably shouldn't have ever been. It'd be great. It'd be great if I don't know, then I wouldn't have Red. It's not exactly like Red has been an asset rather than a liability, but she means the world to me. I just got to make sure Pi and Zoe are safe. I won't recover if they're not safe. I won't make it. I won't be able to keep doing this. What are these random names? I don't. I don't need this craziness in the chat right now, Sophie. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't you follow that my cats are in danger? In danger. What are you doing? Please, stand down and stop being a spaz in my chat while I'm asking for help. What are you doing? Good Lord. Hey, Vladimir Putin. Well, first of all, I got to call my bank. And second, I got to call these cat people. Let's see. Oh, right. That was on this phone. Hold on. I don't know why it's so dimly lit in here, by the way. What's going on, Candy Sugar? I'm trying to find a home for my cats so they don't have to be stuck in the car with me while I am homeless in the car. Or if anybody wants to host all three of us, that would be great. I'm right near Olympia, Washington. I could drive back to Portland. I could drive to Seattle. Anyone in any of these places who can host my cats or me. I can host you. Are you near here, Bull Holland? Where am I? I'm near Olympia, Washington. But anywhere within a 4-hour drive is cool. You're in California. And the muffler's not on the car, so I cannot drive into California. Like, I mean, as soon as I go, like, the California cops are going to come down on me like the wrath of God about the muffler not being attached. Aaron might be able to help with the reattaching the muffler in a couple of days when he's back in town. Craigslist for a place for the cats to stay, Ghoulies Grotto. Where, last time we had this problem, Red, yes, you and the cats, hold on. Where are you, Bull Holland? I mean, I gotta make sure somebody doesn't bait me into coming to the middle of nowhere again. I mean, Portland's not in the middle of nowhere. It's gonna work out for Red. It looks like it's gonna work out for Red. I don't, from St. Petersburg originally, but currently reside in Moscow. All right, hold on. Right, I need the bank number because of the PayPal not working. Here we go. I got in touch with Andras, who was the star of Attic Expeditions. He feels really burned about our last interaction from like 10 years ago. He doesn't want to talk to me on the phone yet. He wants a couple of days to get his feelings in order. I don't let my feelings dictate what I do usually. I cry uncontrollably and yell, and then that interrupts, and then I go back to what I was doing. I don't like process feelings. They're all bad. So, Rogan, are you still live? I tried to take a nap and I couldn't, Kit. So I have to find somewhere to put the cats. Nobody's offering to take the cats. Bozeman, Montana. How far is that from here? I mean, that's halfway back to where I need to end up at the end of the month, Bull Holland. So I could drive to Bozeman, Montana, if I had a room there. And then I could do like day labor stuff there. I could find something to do for a couple of weeks. I mean, that's entirely possible. That's the driving range I can take with the cats. Portland probably has an animal shelter, don't they? Yeah, I'm trying to put Pi and Zoe somewhere where they don't have to be separated and I can get them back. Not just give them up. Poor cats. I mean, they'd find new homes. They'd end up separated, though. Almost certainly. Yeah, though I should probably talk to people at shelters because they might have options for, you think you're like 700 miles from Aberdeen? Yeah, it's one crazy long drive. I could do it. If you're serious. I'll leak you my phone number if you're serious, and then we can talk on the phone. I mean, can I be your dad? Sure. Hi, Mouse. Hi, our Mouse. Yeah, I mean, you see what's going on. Like, I got a job in Illinois. The car will make it that far. I'm dead flat broke. The chat will float me money for groceries for a day or two. Animal shelters are horrible places, right? So please, you guys, help me. Bull Holland is the first, like, there's no one in the immediate area is offering to help me with the cats to taking them for a minute. I only need them housed for a month. It's probably less than a month. They're running a background check on me now. I passed a background check, believe it or not. Despite rumors to the contrary, I can pass a background check. Maybe you can ask locals. That's what I am doing. I'm making the phone calls right now. But like, it'll be strangers. I would rather, I could get you a job working on the same farm as me and they put me up on the farm in a trailer and there's a spare room and the farmer will make you work. Fuck yeah, man. I would love to work on a farm. I work hard. I love working 14-hour days, man. That sounds great. Seriously. Yeah. I got a tricky knee, so if I got to carry one end of something that's 100 pounds, I'm a little wobbly. But you know, that's that sounds great. No, apply spot and willing to work. No, but look, because you guys are a better resource than all this. That's the thing. The audience in here is a much better resource for personal. I mean, Bull Holland, if he's serious, then like that'll be a go. Like that sounds great. I've got enough cash for gas to get most of the way there. Yeah. Somebody buys me lunch and puts me to work for cash on the table per day. Yeah. I could do that in a heartbeat. That sounds great. I'm gonna be on a campground in Illinois. It's funny that I'm getting to do more physical things as I get older. When I was young, because I have actor manner, like I'm all about retail and restaurant work. Like yes sir and no sir to people with money on a night out. That's sort of been what I'm really good at. But I like throwing my muscles around. Yeah. Of course, guys like that, you'll catch a lot of hell being such a wuss about taking care of your cats. You'll email me the address. Do you have my, and will you email me your phone number so we can have a phone conversation? It's weird that people are like, you need to screen people. Like, meeting people in here, I find it's 15 minutes of live conversation is the lie detector and the mental health detector you need. John Porky passed that test, you guys, or I wouldn't have trusted him enough to come all the way out here. I thought he was really crazy. There wasn't any reason to believe he was a massive liar in the way that he was. Do you have? Hold on. I'll drop my email address into the chat. Well, hold on. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Yup. Then it's just a question of the gas money to get there, which I'm close. I mean, I'm not that close. Gas is fucking expensive these days. I love Montana, man. I'd never been through there before. It's gorgeous, Montana and Wyoming. And the cute small towns there with stuff for rich people to do are awesome. Like, it's obviously a great place to like have dinner and get drunk, like everywhere. Yeah, I almost thought about stopping when I was there. Like yeah, because it was so pretty. And Red was train wrecking while we were there. So, let's see. Which window am I trying to? There we go. I like the idea of being overnight in the car with the cats once. I like it. Like, I think the cats will have fun running around in the car. I've never set up a tent. I could try to do that once. So driving to Montana is the max. Like, right, I'll go halfway there, then I'll set up a tent and I'll beg you guys for the gas money to get the rest of the way there. Hold on, Bull Holland. I'm going to drop the email address into the chat. Mid-Stair, Ohio. I just made that drive, so I kind of know exactly how far that is. I think I did that in basically 2 days, but I was being a wuss about the driving because we tell that. I think by then I had given up eating well on the road, eating at the cool restaurant. There we go. He's saying he has a room and everything, he said to Rogan. He does not. You can try homesteading in Montana and make a still, sell Roganautica whiskey. Yeah, 700 miles I could do in a day. Yup. It's true. If I get up early. Yeah. Now that I know the car, like, I'm not going to kill it's just the muffler. I'm not going to kill the car by putting my foot in it. I can't believe it's a 4-cylinder engine. That was the other thing going on. I thought it was a 6-cylinder engine. Yeah, John Porky, like, he made it clear he can't be trusted. Like, it doesn't. Well, hello, Debbie. All right, Bull Holland, you got my email address there. Yeah, and I could gain some weight because somebody offered me an acting thing in September. I don't know if they're going to come through on that, but they want me to play an ex-military guy. Drive to Texas and I'll buy you the best barbecue ever. Really? There's really good barbecue in Tampa, man. How are you going to do coke on stream and then time me out for mentioning it? Like you're the one doing it, lol. My God, I turned down cocaine on stream like 3 weeks ago and I regret it. Like I don't normally touch that stuff, but it was an old friend and I should have, it was a when in Rome thing. I'm gonna regret it. I'm gonna regret it. I don't like cocaine, actually, believe it or not. I know you don't believe it, but, Texas and I'll take them kitties, but that's so far with only if I can keep them with me. No, this is a good idea. And also some work to do. Like a month on a crew where I just do like heavy lifting stuff. Like that would be and I also said I was real close with a honey once until the roofies wore off. Then she woke up talking about pressing charges. Well that's a sad story. Hello, Jewel. How are you? Let me see. Let me check my inbox. Let me check my junk email. He's probably writing the email now, though. Okay. Man, I'm panicking a little. I gotta call the bank still. This is another indication of how mentally ill John Porky is. Like, he made a point of getting my banking information. He's doing all this weird, like, trolley stuff all over the internet, making a fuss over me. He's not doing anything with the banking information. Like, I'm not in a big hurry. Like, I should be hurrying to fix that. He's not gonna... It's problems with his barbecue time. No, I've not. He's got a real issue. Poor guy. Yeah, I was planning to sit next to a profoundly mentally ill guy with a drinking problem and babysit him back towards feeling better. He's really suicidal a lot, that guy. Like, I was planning to take the hit on the psychic vampirism of dealing with somebody like that and helping him get it together and do better. Like, in return for everything else, he's been my best friend in the stream for months. He's gotten me through some rough fucking nights, man. There's a good guy buried in there. It's like red. There's a good person behind a front of mental illness. It's like a wall. But mainly the cats are, he can't be trusted with the cats. So, I mean, if it was just me, I might go back over there and fuck around with him, but the cat's gotta be safe. It's just not, that's not even a question. So yeah, I don't have the right email address. Do you have the right email address? Yes. That's a weird thing to say that. But all right. One thing is, when you deal with people, he was trying to ruin your channel. He was timing out people trying to help. Yeah. And the whole time I was blaming half of that on the teenage girls. Because they were doing that to be funny. They were being like Mean Girl about timing people out and blocking people, and it really made people mad. And he's usually there at the same time. So when things would get fast, I should go boar hunting in Texas and barbecue a pig on stream. I mean, if I work on a farm for a month in Montana, I'm gonna do some cool streams. You can bet there'll be some content. That sounds. I mean, I hope he's telling the truth here, Bull Holland. I mean, I don't even like to express normal skepticism and cynicism about people in here because the people who've been useful and helpful always come in seeming like they might be they always seem like they might be full of shit, of course. That's the nature of the beast. Love Hello, Q Cabe. There's been 3 or 4 other people who are just straight. I'm subscribing to your channel, Bull Holland. Montana's boring. Oh, I don't know about that. But I'm only going to be there for a month. I have a job set up in Illinois. Yeah. I do believe there is an open FBI file on me, but I can pass a background check. Daniel, I understand what you mean, Rogan, but some people are like blood leeches and they feed on your energy. Yeah, well, I mean, there's with between me and John Porky, I would have given him a lot of slack for that. Between me and him personally, that relationship, because of how important he was in here. Police dude is like that too. Police dude's like a psychic vampire and a half. He just it bleeds your heart dry just trying to listen to him cope with how agitated he is all the time. But he clearly needs a unk like a second dad to shepherd him a little bit. It's ended up being part of how I deal with the channel and what I do in here. One, because there are so many. I mean, it is like I'm a psychologist without license, right? Like psychologists are always the most mentally sideways people. Like you guys see it. The times when I'm straight in my mind in here and not distracted by my own issues are when I'm playing the shrink for you guys. Christina, how are you? The plan is sort of developing, Christina. Somebody was just in here offering me a job on a farm in Montana for a month somewhere where I can bring the cats. That would be aces. Hey, Chatty, how are you? I'm waiting to. You can scroll up and see Bull Holland. You can look at his channel. He doesn't have any content, but he has a channel with a couple of pictures. He works on a farm in Montana. He's like, you can come here, but you're going to be expected to work. And I'm like, hell yeah, hell yeah. Ghoulies Grotto, you have a degree in psychology, so I guess that's accurate. Yeah. Also, the people who write self-help books are the ones who need the most help. But you can see it on psychologists and psychiatrists, right? Like as a class, you can see that their own like personal life and mental health, their manner generally is real odd and brittle, and they have this like showman narcissism thing that live streamers and actors do, and TV people, and school teachers, but and they and they have an uneasy relationship with admitting, because your own mental health does not affect your work as a psychiatrist or psychologist any more than mine affects my work, at a bookstore or a restaurant or on a farm. You just leave it out of. I mean, part of why this channel is so good for me, hey Gail, is that I make it my business to try to be as mentally healthy as possible in here. So yeah, if anybody didn't catch it, my friend in Iowa was my backup plan for Pi and Zoe, but their living arrangements changed. Like there's people all over the house, there's kids there, so Pi and Zoe they just get lost outside probably, and I'm not going anywhere where there's children right now. Like I'm just not. Give it a month. Both of these sets of attack accusations are about to blow up and dry away facially. I think Red's already. Poor kid made it clear. The other one's been talking about how she made it up in other people's live streams. I hear her, which is amazing. So this month is going to be the low point of everything all around in my life, hopefully. Like actually keeping Pi and Zoe housed somewhere where I don't have to put them in a shelter. Like they can't go to a shelter. They can't go to a shelter. Where in Montana did he say he was? That one almost. Like I can't drive. Writing an email now with your number. I missed that one because I didn't have all comments set. Thank you. If we could crowdfund me souping up the G6. Oh, I intend to do that. It's got all that body rust though. Maybe we should, yeah, I mean, working on the car as a team in the channel would be fun. Like just, the thing where you buy a part at a time, spend an afternoon when you have an afternoon. It's not the perfect car for me going forward though. It has all that body rust. That's the main thing. Like, Texas and you'll take the cats, but that's so far with only pet adoption. Yeah, going somewhere where I have a job, is, I'm scrolling up to see what town you mentioned in Montana again. Bozeman. That sounds like so good that If Bull Holland went entirely silent now, I might still consider driving to Bozeman, Montana, just on rumor, on speculation. Like, I heard y'all are hiring at the farm. Is this the farm? When I was a kid, I spent a couple of weeks on a farm once. I have shoveled manure. I know where to not stand behind and next to cows and horses. That's about as far as I got. I was like 10 or 11 years old. I had cousins who were farmers. The cousin who was my age died young. I don't even remember that kid's name or which part of the family she was a part of. But she died when she was 10 or 11. I got to ride horses at her place a couple of times. And then later, I actually like worked on a farm for a week, which is a long story how that happened. I vividly remember being deeply dismayed by the task of shoveling manure, and within 2 hours being like, it's just bullshit. Like, it doesn't actually. You would think that. Suddenly wanted me to password in again. It just like interrupted to do that. Can you guys hear me and see me? Yes. And also, of course, if I'm on a farm for a month, the content would be fun. The content would be fun. No more bar fights, though. No more bar fights. We'll have no more bar fight streams. Honest to God, I think I'm going to just swear off alcohol entirely, honestly. I want to swear off tobacco entirely, too, but my nerves, for some reason, when my nerves back me into wanting to take drugs now, I back to tobacco and then alcohol. I mean, I guess that's not for some reason. That's absolutely normal now that I say it out loud. That's what middle-aged guys are supposed to do. Your nerves are bad, smoke a cigarette. They're really bad. Have a drink. You're good. Let's see. What are your pronouns? I don't know. What do you got? So the chat is frozen on my, okay. And then, there's hot Ukrainian girls who want to send me their pictures. Do you think they really like me? Yeah, so I think I told you, Christina, I spent basically most of the last of my money on this hotel room so I could sit here one more night and fish for, like, it's not even the amount of money to get through the next few days while I get somewhere. That's a couple $100 probably. But like that, I mean, it's gruesome, but if I stop by the side of the road out of gas and food, you guys will send me $20 on the fly. Oh, right, calling the bank. I need to, hold on. Well, let me see. First of all, let me make sure about the PayPal. PayPal's been acting weird for the last few days. Cash App isn't, but it looks like the problem might be at the card end. So I needed to talk to the lady at the bank. The lady at the bank is awesome in such a way I want to put her voice on speakerphone and just ambush her and not tell her, which is legal in Ohio. But she might suddenly start telling you my social security number or something, and so it's fraught, but her voice is awesome. So, all right, this will be the fourth day in a row I've tried to accept the last $7 you guys sent me. Well, third day. No, that's not what I want to do. $7 is waiting for you. Transfer it out. Yeah, the last $7 somebody sent me at PayPal the other day before I started putting the Cash App link in instead. The bank won't take it. And now every transaction of me spending money on the card, it's, it went through that time. Okay. Yeah, I hit some kind of limit. And I'm getting warnings about the card being used for all the transactions that I'm actually spending. I think maybe the bank card is like, your card must have been stolen by a shark that swam fast, deep, and long, because you can't possibly be over here now. All right, so I'm gonna wait for a minute to hear from Bull Holland. You know what? I might play some music. Because if that's solid, then that's what I'll do. I will drive straight to Montana tomorrow. I'll be there at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. I'll be at work the next morning. That sounds awesome. And that'll, like I said, help me beef up for this acting role that I think they were pretty solid on offering me, where I'm supposed to play an ex-military guy. And I was already thinking like, okay, that's the kind of thing where I got to get into shape. That's the kind of thing where if I was, if I was in Hollywood, I'd get a trainer and somebody to med me up and but I was thinking like I need to gain weight and muscle up. If I'm going to play a retired military guy, they should have me shirtless at some point. Probably try to get an even tan. It's just that kind of thing. If you can show it off, they'll show it off. So you want to look good without a shirt if you do like an old military guy thing. But I've been busy. Like my arms are in good shape. But usually I'm like for the last 10 or 15 years, I usually exercise in such a way that I just look spectacular without a shirt. It's because of my upper back, because of the AS. It's just kind of necessary. Am I all set up for another night in the hotel? No. Oh, yes, tonight is paid for. Yes. Hold on. A PT Cruiser sounds cool, Vladimir Putin. Actually, Jim Van Beber drove one. Somebody, like one of his fans gave him a PT Cruiser when he was, wandering around half on the outs like I am, and he was in Los Angeles. Some fan of his gave him a car, but it was a PT Cruiser. You look like you can work pretty much anywhere. Yes, Cam. Yep. I'm always a hard worker. I'm smart and easy to talk to. I'm good on any crew. Yeah, any kind of uneducated work I'm good at. I've done a whole bunch of painting and all kinds of like stuff like that. Anything that's related to movies, which is a little weird, like a little bit of construction, painting. Christina seems like a legit mod, yes. Okay, what else am I missing here? What else did I miss in this chat? Do you guys remember Hastings Bookstore? I don't know what that means. Are you going to end up homeless? Skyfalls, I am homeless right now, but only for a month. So technically, I'm not homeless. Like, if the cops stopped me and they were threatening to arrest me for vagrancy, they wouldn't because I have a place to be in 30 days. They'd be unhappy about it. The cats are really the whole... I mean, I can just dangle and rattle the can for change in here. You guys will buy me McDonald's if I have to live in the car and in a tent, and the streams will actually be fun. It's just the cats can't live in the car and a tent. So, my cowboy friend here, hold on, what is the name of his channel? I've closed it. He was like, come out to Montana, 700 miles away. This is one long, crazy long day's drive. You and the cats can have a room, but you're going to have to work your ass off. I'm like, yes. That sounds great. That sounds good for the channel. Like, that sounds like good content. And I will get a lot of ribbing about what a pussy I am about those cats from those guys. I can assure you. It'd be like Gene Gregoritz once said to me, if you're ever in jail, don't let the other guys in jail know that you're a cats guy. They will never, you will just never hear the end of that. Let's see, what am I missing in the chat? I feel like being charged for vagrancy is largely a thing of the past. They're bringing it back, actually. They just made it in Tennessee. It's illegal to just be dangling. Did I get in an apartment with the cats? No. We got cut loose by, the guy turned out to be crazy. Okay. What are your pronouns is what I was getting caught up with. I see a chatty retracted message. My plans are changing by the minute, Mr. Vancouver, because I'm in here fishing for better leads. The plan A is always going to be keeping me and the cats together in a room. And extra bonus points for I can work for cash on the table temporarily for the next month. Seasonal work opening up in Illinois in the middle of September. So that's, I got to figure something out until then. I can drive 14 hours to take the cats anywhere safe. But if I end up there without work and I'm in another place where I'm just homeless in the car and I don't know anyone, I mean, that makes it so I should be, if it's going to be strangers, I would hope they were nearer. I was pulling on a couple of local connections here, but my old friend Gus, he's out of town on military training. Andras is in LA right now, and he's acting weird about wanting to be friends again. Sean and Steph, how are you? Is that destination in 30 days ironclad? Yeah. Yeah, they were just checking in to see about doing a background check on me. And believe it or not, I can pass a background check with flying colors. The only thing I ever did that I've ever gotten in trouble for was punching Red's creepy stepfather. That's the only ding on my record in any way, background check ever. And I think background checks don't turn that up. I don't remember why. Something about the way they arranged that in the end. I think it's one of those things where I pled guilty, it goes away after several years. But yeah, background checks don't turn up anything on me. I'm clean. Unless that current FBI folder. I swear the FBI it's one guy. It's one guy who has to watch the channel and like the attack videos. And that guy is probably like, whether or not he likes me, he's probably like, this poor fucking guy. These people coming at him, man. Like, at this point, like, for God's sake, like, why are they kicking him? Why don't they quit kicking him? She was being, okay, wait a minute, I missed some. She was being serious about, she meant what she said about, hold on. Knox, my boy, if she was serious about housing my cats, then when I said you're not serious about housing my cats, she should have stopped being weird and just clearly spoken. But she said she was going to drive here from Virginia. That's farther than I drove to begin with. And I got stamina and like, I'm old enough to get a hotel room. So I don't see what you mean by serious. I mean, I could drive all the way to Virginia. I don't think I should have direct contact with any of my underage female fans, like categorically. Like that just, even to hand off cats temporarily, that's just not a good plan. But yeah, and she kept saying other random things in the middle of that. Yeah, I'm going to talk to him on the phone. From pork to beef, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I think like you guys are really worried about like only deal with people you know in the real world. Only John Porky passed pretty much every test he could have passed except like he was weird on the phone, but he didn't seem like that kind of weird. He seemed utterly sane every time I talked to him on the phone, just clear-headed. He spoke clearly, just super quietly and 100% supportive. But in any case, I don't think there's any pre-screening for people you haven't met that you can't cover in a 15-minute conversation. Like you talk to somebody, you get a good read on their character. Some people are, they have two different sides to them. They don't usually hold jobs. So, I mean, John Porky, I don't think he has a job, actually, despite his representations. Maybe. I don't know. He didn't seem like a guy who's sane enough to have a job. You could sell cell phones. I mean, I just need to know where I'm going to be for the next month. Like, temporarily working on a farm is perfect. If they got housing for their crew, that's perfect. Oh, this one wants the password now. That's so weird. Sure. My chat never refreshed over here after I had to sign back into the Wi-Fi. So now that I've been disconnected, hopefully it'll come back up over here. Okay. He sounded so quiet in that stream. Porky was always unstable in chat, but not that kind of unstable. Hold on. I don't know what was going on with my chat. I missed a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'll talk to him. I'm keeping an eye on the email right now. You're not hidden police, dude. I don't know how you got unmodded. One of the mod attacks. But I will mod you back. Maybe you told me not to mod you. I don't know. I'm not going to mod you back until you say you want me to, actually. Why are the controls so mercurial? I just want it to disappear. There we go. What kind of job you got waiting for you? Working on a ranch. It's Montana. Now the one from a month away is you're in Maryland. That's a long drive. She always says random things, so maybe she can't be relied on. If you're a real police dude, we need a security question. Who is the lady you want to see on the cliff? That's a good point, Christina. I had Porky blocked because he's so weird. I agree 100%. Stay well away from young women who have a tendency to lie and exaggerate. I mean, there's that too. Police dude is actually 3 raccoons in a trench coat. Pretty sure. Okay, so should I mod police dude again? You know what? I have to mod you so that nobody will pretend to be you, actually. So we can spot you. Because now we have this ongoing problem with people pretending to be people from this chat and in other spaces too. Like people who are associated with these 2 waves of attacks are doing this thing where they will go into other streams and pretend to be like, say, Ghoulie or Chatty and start saying really weird things about me and other people. But who was it? One was about you, Christina, and it was the same day that somebody came in here pretending to be you. But it was something about some reason you were uncomfortable having me at your house that just wouldn't have been a real thing. Not the way that it was being presented to me anyway. It means that everyone in here that I interact with in the real world, I have to keep interacting with in the real world regularly to make sure that doesn't get around us. Like, I thought Red was like burning her bridges with me I believed what Red's sister said about Red. Now Red is like trying to act like I'm Satan and she doesn't ever want to speak to me again. But like on the phone, I'm staying in close touch with her. I keep messaging her a couple of times a day back and forth because I can't. I mean, that's one of the reasons. Obviously, I want to stay in touch with Red. Poor kid. Someone fake said to stuff Red via FB. Yeah, and somebody did that. Red will come around. Red has already come around. The problem is that she did this live on her live streams. Personally, when she talked to me on the phone, she was really heartbroken and sweet and told me she loved me. And when I saw her, I don't know if you guys could hear it on the stream, but I told her, like, whenever you can drop this, all's forgiven. I need to get that message to her sister, too. She apparently was in Love Hello's chat. Well, somebody was, claiming to be her, admitting that she'd made all that up, and she just wanted a relationship with me and wanted my attention or something. It would be a really weird troll, but it could have been a troll. The exposure of all this is the best way to make it stop eventually, like actually stop. Because Red, she's never made accusations like this before, but it's several waves now of her deciding I'm evil and making stuff up about me that's much milder. But I don't want to talk about that because it'll just make it harder for her to fix it. She has to fix it. Though I will say this, any of you guys keeping an eye on Red and hanging out with her and in her streams, please watch for when at some point she'll decide that I have rejected her. Like, she'll just forget how it went. And she'll be like, yeah, he would never talk to me again because he hates me. Like, and tell her that's not true. Yeah, watch for the chance to tell her that's not true. Who's a troll village? The one that it takes to destroy this channel is a troll village. I've had a lot going on. I decided to tell my grandma that one of my family friends' son committed suicide the other day. So yes, hold on. Let me check grabbing my torch and pitchfork now. What happened between you and Porky? He just turned out to be utterly insane. Like really, really crazy. Then later that night, like after that weird episode in the elevator, he was online everywhere, or people were online everywhere pretending to be him, convincingly, talking about how he pulled off the greatest troll ever, and he was messaging me about like, I'm sorry, come back. But really, like, he was just bizarre. He was just bizarre. His manner was utterly deal-breakingly strange. And it was the second night in a row he'd been weird because he wouldn't let Red in the night before. So Red had already been cut loose and made homeless at 2 a.m. unexpectedly, arriving in a strange city. It's a good thing Red is a badass motherfucker and does not get derailed too hard by that kind of incidents, that kind of fuckery. She's my daughter. She might be a mess, but she had that kind of mess that she's just helpless. Let's see. That I don't need open. That I am looking at. I'm still not seeing that email. Still not seeing that email. Yeah, that's the second. 2 or 3 people have said that they will help, and then suddenly they vanished in the process of right when they email me. Makes me wonder if I'm misspelling my name. I'm watching my junk email too. She had her go to where he lives, then didn't let her in. Correct. I got the impression he might be hiding what his actual apartment number is. A couple of things he said made it seem like he actually lives with a brother who probably takes care of his mental health issues some, and that there was never any plan for me to move in there. He was just messing around until we actually showed up at the door, and he didn't seem to follow that would happen. Like, whenever you're like TV star guy and you step out of the machine into people's real space, they're a little taken aback. It's strange for them. He was even 10 times weirder. Like, he didn't seem to follow the difference between that side of the screen and this. Poor guy. Anyway, it burned about $4,000 in resources. Like, several of the primary benefactors and supporters here who've been trying to get me and Red and me to a safe place, like, they're just cashed out. Me and the cats are stuck in the car as of tomorrow. Like, I have exactly enough money for McDonald's once and then one more day in the hotel, or like probably 100, 120 in gas money and the food for a day. I stuck around for another day in this hotel room in part so I could stream all night like I'm doing, trying to gather resources. I mean, there's the guy in Illinois, the guy who worked on the car. They're legit. Like, I've talked to him several times on the phone now, the guy in Illinois. It'd be really weird if, he wanted to ask if it was okay if he did a background check, but he didn't ask for personal info to do it. He's like, I've got your phone number, so. He wants to FaceTime and show me the place and like make sure I know it exists, which at this point, I guess I am that paranoid. If this guy in Montana meant it about hooking me up with the job, I don't know why he just went silent right before sending me an email with his phone number. That happened earlier with the girl named Shelly, who Hawaiian. She was gonna message me the info about in the place in North Carolina, which is awesome, where I could take the cats, and then she went silent. Now North Carolina is a hell of a long way, but it sounded like an awesome situation for the cats. I'm subscribed to her channel now. I don't know why she went silent. Anything can interrupt people. But also, like, on the micro level, people would do the thing that Porky did a lot. Like, they'll tell you they have a resource, and then they'll wade right up to, like, the point, and then they just won't have the resource. And that actually, like, it's hard not to be obnoxiously skeptical. Like, when Christina wanted to help out, I was really weirdly skeptical about her at first. And Q-Cabe, I was like, sure, you're gonna send me enough money to get out of this situation. Like, I really... Somebody sent $100 a couple of days ago and said that I should be more humble and less entitled. And like, okay, I don't know what I said. I'm sure he meant well. Yes, I guess he meant well. He sent money, so he definitely meant well. But he definitely bought me taking that seriously. I should be more humble. He's right. Gee, that sounded really arrogant. I'm sorry. I don't do well at projecting humility. I am humble, actually, like philosophically, but I don't project it very well. Yeah, I'd rather. I mean, the other thing I was thinking about doing is going to LA and couch surfing for a minute there and trying to pick up a screenwriting agent. Boom, quick. That's almost worth the trouble, but really not with the cats. They have to be somewhere. So this guy in Montana being like, yeah, there's, you can bring the cats. There'll be a place for you and the cats here. That might be good news. But it's just, I'm just dangling in the wind. It's only 1:46. I have these numbers here for homeless resources in the area. I left a message on this stream with the main number where somebody will call me back who knows everything about everywhere and everything that's up with that. Let's see. I missed a bunch of comments because I forgot that this one was not scrolling. Hold on. Police dude, health insurance. Porky's a damn wacko. Yeah, Chad. They're adding an 80 hours work mandate to your insurance plan. You only do seasonal work. Did you get your YouTube money? It drops next week. It's only like 160 or 170, but that'll be enough for groceries for several days when that happens. Food and stuff. If I'm living in the car, it'll be McDonald's. Take the gas money and run. You can sleep in your car. Yeah. I wouldn't go there. It's definitely suspicious. I mean, I could take a video of my house, doesn't mean I'll let you in. I was gonna say the way to judge somebody is to talk to them on the phone. You're not gonna. There's no other better bead on that. There was that odd gay guy in upstate New York who wanted me to come live on his farm. But he's offered twice to help me out in this long passage of trouble, and he offers and then goes silent when I get back to him. Like it's like he just isn't catching up with his email right. Hi, Unc. Hello, percussion master. But why waste your time? It's super weird. You don't know when it's a waste of time. That's what I'm saying. Christine has turned out to be a real supporter. Love Hello turned out to be a real supporter. QCabe seemed very odd in the chat for a while before he suddenly was willing to give me a lot of money to try to get on my feet. He was just asking me hard questions. Like I snapped at him a bunch about asking me hard questions about why this or that was sideways. Agility School, 6:30 your time. I need to just found out we have a meeting tonight. When I call, you need to stay over. Just found out we have a meeting tonight. I need to stay over, like here at the hotel I have tonight paid for, Agility School. Yeah, and then I have, I don't know, 2 or 3 tanks of gas tomorrow. And Agility, what's the name of the podcast you mentioned that talked about Rogan? How did you end up in this situation? I mean, really, it was John Porky, actually. Basically, like I felt I'd screened him fairly well for a place to live. Like, in here is about 60% people figured he was a solid guy, and 40% people figured he was a crazy and just a troll. I mean, he's pretty crazy. See if anyone can get you BP meds. What's BP meds? The farmers are feeding the pig. That's cryptic and ominous. All right. And I am still only seeing the top chat because I suck. There we go. Blood pressure medication. Oh, I can't take blood pressure medication. Every time I've ever taken blood pressure meds, I'm immediately suicidal, and it doesn't go away for a couple of weeks. And at least once, when I had insurance, I went through 5 or 6 different blood pressure medicines, trying them with every one of them just made me suicidal, and it kind of stuck permanently. Like I just felt worse permanently, even after anyway, like why would I want to control my blood pressure? I just need to be able to function. Having the blood pressure roll high is making me not smoke too much. How far did I drive? I don't know, 3,000. Losartan makes me suicidal. That's one of the ones that made me suicidal. That's the one they always want to try you on first. I can't function on them. I mean, if I had insurance and I could take a month or two to try a few different meds, then, I mean, I don't want to live anyway. Come on, why would I? What I need is a lot of cardio and to not smoke. That's what'll be good for my blood pressure. Clean air, hard work. High blood pressure killed my kidneys. Can we walk into the closest restaurant and tell them that you are the man for the job? But I don't have enough money for me and the cats to be in this hotel for one more day. And I can't leave the cats in a car during a restaurant shift. So the cats have to be squared away first. I can do anything for work once I'm just a guy in the car. Now, restaurant work kind of requires you to be clean. So living in a car is tricky with that. But like, and they don't pay you. They don't pay you like instantly. I don't know what I just got notified of here. Google Chat. Okay. That's not even a person. I just got this new phone, so I don't know how it notifies me of phone calls or texts or, I see there are, okay, those are the calls I made, so nobody's called me at this number. What's the video of Porky? One of the streams from the other night. Dosage and type are key, Christina. Yeah, so I just have to wade through that with a doctor when I get caught up that much. And I had this weird, apparently reversed heart failure that I need a doctor to catch up with. But there's, I got to get my life stabilized first. I got to have a stable home. I got to have a stable home for me and the cats. If I have to rehome the cats, that's happening today. So I'm hung up now on... You guys can go watch the video of him acting crazy yourself. It's really sad. It's not funny. And it destroyed my life. And I'm going to try to forget that happened. I'm going to lose Pi and Zoe over this, almost certainly. I'm glad you think it's funny. That poor guy's a train wreck. I really thought he was my friend. Most of the people in here did. Nothing funny about it. And I really might have to put Pi and Zoe in a shelter, which, like everyone has said, is jail for cats. I think I just got an email back. So somebody said they could take the cats, and I emailed and was like, yes, will you take the cats? And they were like, yes, I will. And I'm like, like more information. Why are you going back and forth twice? Like, please and thank you. I have one day in the hotel. I mean, if past is prologue, you guys will, when I'm up against it, there'll be money for another day in a hotel and food from you guys, but it's a waste at this point. I can move into the car. The cats need to be somewhere that's not a hotel room. Yeah. Yeah, he messaged me back, do I have the right email address at the email that I just emailed him from? Like, yes, we are now, it's multiple exchanges at this email address, yes. But another thing is that even people who are useful and helpful online are often, their mental health is sideways. Like everyone in the world, Americans are not okay. Everyone they're on weird medications, they're traumatized, they have something that makes them intermittently unreliable and weird one way or another. A lot of people on drugs and drinking are highly functioning despite those habits. Like this thing I do with the gummies and the kratom and sort of just tacking against the wind of sobriety, like so many of us are doing that. It's really hard to judge whose mental health is deal-breakingly wrecked until you see them. I mean, you guys saw how Red was. You guys saw how Red was. She's clearly, literally schizophrenic, but not. I mean, we did all those streams together, playing guitar and stuff. It's the first time I've had fun, and I just need my cats to be safe. I'll be all right. Bozeman, Chatty Chatsworth, yeah. Bozeman, Montana. I mean, I don't know why I missed that when you wrote it. I'm paranoid because of fake me's. Well, I mean, the boy Sal, how are you? I never wanted to be a moderator, nor did I ever use it on anyone. Yeah, I think you were a moderator just because you say weird shit. And somebody kept timing you out for it. There's actually less suicide. Yeah, antidepressants cause suicide, yeah. And they're basically just designer stimulants, really. They just target different parts of the brain. Like, there isn't, like, it's like a 1 in 1,000, like, you hit exactly the right drug, but, like, I mean, they're really not doing much better than the old school of, like, just stimulants and then course correct with sedatives, and then sometimes you gotta go to the hospital and dry out. Like, that's like, Rogan, can you security question and then remod tinfoil? Should tinfoil be a mod? Yeah, I don't think tinfoil needs to. How come you have to rehome your babies? Well, rehoming isn't in it yet. I have to find a home for them temporarily. I just need to cover 30 days. I'm lining up the job and the place to live, but between here and there, there's 30 days. In theory, I can coast from hotel room to hotel room over that period of time. That's dumb. If it's like that, I am going to live in the car with the cats some days. That's still dumb. I want the cats to live inside somewhere. Not like, and I can't do work while the cats are in the car. So like, if I was like, oh, I'm homeless in such a way, I'm actually going to let the cats live in the car with me. That's a little bit doable for a day or two. But I can't go to work. There's weather, and you can't leave cats in a closed car. So like, I couldn't stray more than 10 feet from the car. The tent, Zoe, I don't know what kind of tent situation is, but I'm sure Zoe will tear a way out of it. Yes. So I guess I don't know. You're gonna be okay with all these teeny boppers calling the shots. We're getting that under control. We're getting that under control. They didn't pick up what they were putting down all the time. Yeah. Tinfoil sense of humor. All right, am I caught up? So yeah, you guys, this is a fundraiser. Like, I'm definitely, whatever I do, I'm definitely 200 or 300 short of doing it. Even if the driving straight to Montana plan is a go. And I don't see him. And like I said, there's somebody else who messaged me about, like, they can take the cats and they're in Oregon. And I was like, yes, I need a place for the cats and it's an emergency and I'm still in Oregon. And then they emailed back, do I have the right email address? It's like, the one that you replied to me at, yes. So I don't know what's up with that. I mean, if I could coast in the hotel room for 2 or 3 more days, I'd definitely have something. But like, I didn't have a week to make a plan to begin with. I got stuck. Yeah, I gotta call this number about the cat people. One thing about cat people is the exact situation I'm in, there are people in the neighborhood who will help me with it. I just have to get hooked up with them. Like, there's definitely an association of crazy cat ladies who will be able to find a place to stash 2 cats for a month. If it's permanently rehoming them, that's different. But if it's 2 cats, that's different. So I have a phone number to chase here. The first number I was told to chase, they were like, leave a message and we'll get back to you within 2 days. There's a queue. That's Homeless Resources out of Olympia, Washington, which happens to be the closest sizable town to where I am right now. Because I'm around the corner from the mechanic. Like, he's like an hour from Olympia. So that puts me near Seattle. Also, that puts me near Mr. Vancouver. Can't have the cats. Mr. Vancouver's like, yeah, we could hang out. I don't know about staying over, but Mr. Vancouver's like, it'd be fun to hang out, but he's already got cats. So I'm gonna go outside and smoke tobacco. Oh my God, my live chat won't catch up if I go out. So you're in Seattle, Zuno Cat. So do you have a place for 2 cats for a month in Seattle? Like, with you or someone else? I'd rather a friend of the stream. I mean, the resources I'm talking about chasing is our Ted the commenter, I rebuke you. Did you get in contact with Crack? Maybe he could give you a place to. He lives really far away. He lives in Arizona. Also, he's like 17. So again, like, especially given these bizarre, horrible allegations, I categorically can't have like one-on-one contact with underage fans. Like, I'm in the real world. Like, I just can't. Like, Satan was saying Sophie really was offering to like go nuts to try to help the cats. It's like, yeah, it'd be great, but utterly unacceptable. I can't have like direct in the real world contact with one of the underage fans. He's not 17. Cricket's a wee lad. Yeah, he's 16 or 17, I thought. Try panhandling Rogan with a sign next to your channel name. That'll be good for views and engagement. I'm not worried about the money for food on the fly for me. If I end up living in the car and in a tent, the streams, well, you guys will feed me. Like, I'll be okay for 30 days no matter what happens, or at least until the phone bill has to be paid and I get stuck not streaming. But the cats would be fine at any junkyard or sandlot. They really want a tinfoil hat, or that's just not, come on. Let's just time you out so you can think about what you've done. That's about the 3rd or 4th really sort of ugly thing you've said in this context, dude. I don't know what it is with some of you about not being able to be serious. Speak about Jesus. I see it often, or scream about politics. Yeah, those are the subjects that really get you money when you're in an emergency situation and like helping friends. I don't know. Politics or religion might be a good way to scare up a support network with some money to help you out of a situation like this. But you can't just come at it like, oh yeah. I'm really interested in this subject. I mean, I did, Love Hello is serious in the LDS, in the Mormon church. She was like, call them, they'll help. But like the guy, he's really nice. We talked about my interest. I do have an actual interest in that church. Like, I would enlist in return for help, actually. But that doesn't work that way. Like, that's not how that works. Because let's be real. I mean, it's obvious why that doesn't work that way. So I'm not going to be able to respond to the live chat while I'm outside smoking tobacco because it's frozen on my phone. Have you checked into daily work, daily pay places? That's exactly what I'm planning to do, Cam. It's not like, first I got to get the cat squared. Then I can live in the car and do like, yeah, exactly that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go outside and smoke tobacco for a minute. Have you spoken to Zion? I did message him, actually. Because at one point during one of these moves, he was like, come live with me. You and the cats can come live with me. And, Well, I don't know if he meant it. I don't know how. Like, it wasn't feasible then. I was in Mississippi. And that was before I had steeled my nerves to really just bail and leave town. Sludgy Unicorn, how are you? I'm trying to find a place for the cats. Crack streams himself going to the liquor store. He's grown, bro. You guys can make music together. Yeah. No, I'd love to go live with Zion. And if I got the go-ahead from him to drive over to New York, yeah, that's like 3 drives, 2 sleeps. I can keep the cats in the car. So you got a place to stay in? No. I'm just only worried about the cats. I don't care what happens to me. I need the cats to have somewhere to stay. We're going to be in the car tomorrow. I don't have enough money for another day in the hotel room. There's going to be like $100. So like that's enough for food and gas to get anywhere within a 3 or 4 hour drive. If something comes up. I meant for tonight. Tonight the room is paid for. I stayed in here so that I could keep streaming. My chat is frozen up on this on the camera. I'll come back in and read the chat in a second after I smoked. It's nice here. Yeah. Porky burned like a lot of my resources. A lot of my potential resources. Like, I don't know where the pipe cleaners are. I do have some. Oh, they're in the box of office stuff in the trunk. Yeah, the longer I stand here and talk about this today, the more likely resources will turn up. I have remembered and gotten back in touch with 2 old friends who live in the Olympia, Washington area. They're both out of town right now. Like I said, Andras is really dodgy and sort of nervous about getting back together. But he's in LA anyway. I asked him if he knows any resources for like the cats. I don't, he doesn't want to have a logistical conversation about a friend in trouble. He wants to cry on each other's shoulders and hug it out for like a week or something. I don't know. I asked him if he wanted to come on the stream. Maybe he will. I do everything in public if I can. So, my other friend Gus, he's in the military. He's not in town right now. He's not going to be in town like for the rest of the summer, basically. All right, now I can see the chat. Hold on. Is this the same hotel from yesterday? Yes. God, I'm really hungry and I just don't want to eat. Like, I don't want to spend the money on it. Yeah, I don't mind actually leaving up out of here and going to a campsite with the cats and the tent once. I mean, probably somebody will pay for a hotel room if they see me doing that. But I need a situation for a month, not just a day. Do you know what a lol cow is? Yes, of course. There's a major element of lol cow in what I do here. Are you kidding me? Do you think I'm not aware of that? Like, yeah. I guess most of the time people who are sort of making lol cows of themselves through their online behavior don't seem to know. Hey, the German PXP. Yeah, I gotta eat something, Mr. Vancouver. I'm not thinking very clearly. Cats in a hotel sound awful. They are traveling really well, actually. They only started getting annoyed with the hotel life over the last few days, and it's kind of in pace with my own heart. Like the days where I've been like, I don't think I should try to put them in the box in the car. What the fuck was he on? I don't know, man. I don't know, but I'm not gonna hold it against him. I'm just gonna forget it and walk away. Like I can't have the cats around that. So that's just deal breaking. Like I can't have the cats around somebody that unstable. Yeah, I gotta eat something. Porky did nothing but help me. What are you talking about? Sorry, man. Tent. I go camping regularly. Cats in a tent is probably not ideal. Hotel's 100% better. Yeah, I mean, if I could do hotel living for 30 more days, then that would be. But like, I didn't anticipate this coming, or I would have had the money for 30 days in a hotel like 2 weeks ago. Like, I didn't know this was going to happen like this. Like a month in a hotel residential rate, like a week at a time is probably 200 or 300, 300 or 400. I don't know, but that money's not here now. Like I've got like 100 left. Day labor, money on the table. I don't know. I'm 2 or 3 days behind where that could catch up with this, which I guess the chat might cover. Like, I don't know when you guys are going to give me money. I have no way of knowing that. So it's really nerve wracking. Yeah, I just got to sit in here and talk about it and not get distracted from it until the money turns up, which is just lousy for the stream. Everyone is worried about the pork. I mean, I saw that Screaming Mad George passed away yesterday. Also, the fantasy novelist John Crowley passed away yesterday. He's one of my favorite writers, and I hung out with him a couple of times. I don't know. My best guess is what was going on there is Porky does live in that building, but he lives with a brother who didn't know that he was planning any of this. And the brother is in the actual second bedroom that he said was free. He balked at like telling us which door was his, and because he didn't want me getting into a conversation about how crazy he is with his brother. Hayden died from opioid overdose. Bill joined 1 hour ago. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with that guy. Like, clearly he just isn't okay. I don't know how he managed to... Like I said, he seemed unstable in here. He seemed like somebody who's slightly bipolar or something, and drinking for it instead of being medicated. Yeah. Yeah, we could have made other plans. Red's probably going to come out on top in Portland, at least temporarily. She should do better there than she could anywhere else except maybe San Francisco or Austin, right? So that being lured all the way out here is good for her. It's fucking awful that she got cut loose homeless in the street at 2 a.m. by this egregious nonsense. But I think she'll do okay for a minute. She's doing okay so far. Hopefully by the time she ends up homeless again, I'll be able to just send her money. I'm not sure I'll be able to help her in any other way. I don't know if she'd ever ask me for money though, and she's an artist, so like she can panhandle and play guitar and stuff. I don't know that she'll ever actually need cash from me. Like, did you have a place to stay in Mississippi? It was dangerous. Love Hello rescued me from a literal lynch mob that was ginning itself up. The death threats were constant. When did I become homeless? Tomorrow, really. I mean, the place where I was going, and it's only temporary. Like, I have a place in the middle of next month. They're doing a background check, so I'll pass the background check. It's making me nervous because of all the talking here lately about what a reprobate I am, but it's all made up. So I'm self-gaslighting. It's like I'm not a drinker, but when I was young, I was. I don't have drugs on me that are illegal, but when I was young, I often did. Especially weed was illegal. Even now, like when a cop pulls me over, I have trouble remembering I didn't do anything wrong. Like, Like a cop will pull me over for a taillight or something, and I'll be like, oh shit, just act cool, just act normal. Death threats. The town is trying to. Oh yeah, Chad, you haven't been around. A lot of that stuff is privated right now. There was a stay away order against the original instigator of the mob, but by then the rumor had gotten around that I'm some kind of predator, and it was really like an angry lynch mob. There was an organized group of harassers and stalkers. They still come in here from Mississippi. They say things that make it clear they're from Mississippi. Somebody who's like a Mississippi channel started attacking me like the day before yesterday, posting like creepy videos about me. You got other YouTube lives talking about you and the accusations. I haven't, well, yeah, Dante, the ones that orbit me. I don't know who else is. Love Hello has talked about it. In fact, apparently the instigators come into Love Hello's stream, or somebody convincingly saying they're that person, and said that they made all this up. Swamp Queen of the Crickets, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, in a couple of months, you were in another random homeless guy's stream and they were talking about me. Well, I seem to have gotten a little bit famous. I'm getting, it's probably 3,000 or 4,000 views a day now. For better and for worse. God, I'm so fucking hungry. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the cowboy guy just went silent. Oh, there he is. No? There. Hey. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh. Chris. Huh. Yeah. Okay, offer from the guy in Ithaca. Yeah, Chris Sponsel, I don't know if you're watching. Yeah, maybe. Like, we seem to get into arguments. But thank you. Yeah, this guy's a fan. He's helped Red out in Ithaca. He's super political, and we've gotten in arguments in here a couple of times already. But he's saying me and Pianzo can come to Ithaca. That there's a place there. I don't know why. Now, he helped Red out with groceries a couple of times. I don't know why. But in any case, that's a real offer to Ithaca. Back to fucking Ithaca. Ithaca's cool though. God, how many days driving would that be if I hit it hard and just slept in the car? I have to get the cats out in the car. I'd have to beg for gas money constantly in here. Ooh. Montana I could do in one day. That actually is the main reason I think that guy's not just going to vanish. I don't know why his email didn't turn up in my inbox. It's weird. That he said at 700 miles you could do it in one day. Like, that makes it seem legit to me, actually. Like, that specific detail. Can I play the video from the creepy cricket woman? I really don't want to. I don't want to agitate those people right now. And when I get where I'm going, like the next situation in Illinois, I just want I need all this to settle down. I need these people to stop. I mean, they're not going to stop, but I need it to settle down. It's now percolated. It's gotten around that the accusations are just nonsense. I mean, Red doing that on stream in a sense was doing me a favor, but like I've said, if I'd had cameras on all the time, if I'd been the Truman Show the whole time, there wouldn't be accusations. Like there just wouldn't be any basis for anyone to pretend there's something wrong with me. You see the whole time. I mean, what's wrong with me is what you guys see is wrong with me. It's fairly easy to get me to go to pieces and melt down and yell at people or cry. It's always been the case with me. If I don't take the right things, it's worse. But that's the whole story with me. What was the best job you ever had? I don't know. I think the best day's work I ever did was the main day on Gator Green, Jim Van Weber's short. I was acting primarily. We were at the swamp with the gators. That was great. Hi everyone, what's going on, Jamie? I'm raising money and resources. Okay, so let me call these cat people. The Kitty Clinic, Kitty Comfort Inn. They do pet boarding. They might do something on the front or have cut rates. Probably not the case, but they might know people who can help me. The other number I had for people who can help me. Have you ever had a normal job? Oh my God, all the time. Normally I work in restaurants and retail. I've had a bunch of different jobs. The last place I worked for Love Hello doing painting and like gardening and landscaping, groundskeeping stuff. But I was only there for a couple of weeks. Mostly I work in restaurants. I don't like being a manager. Or I'd gotten ahead quicker in that matter. Of working in restaurants, I mean. Also, and you guys can help me with this, there are online resources. Darkness is coming. Welcome to the drama community. We are coming for you. Darkness is coming. Oh, I hope the drama community comes for me. Oh, please do. Please do. You guys will clear me. Like, you guys can look at all the evidence and interview all the weirdos and you'll clear me. Yeah. I messaged Lyrics, actually, hoping that he would cover this, actually. Yeah, because if somebody digs into it, the only thing questionable I do is let high school kids hang out in here. Like, that's it. And I make sure it's cool in certain ways so that they don't get harassed. Like, that's, you can dig into that, sure. My bandwidth sucks for both of us, Ryan. I don't know. Jim Rat likes your subscribe, thank you. Storm is coming. That makes me think you're not actually representative of some kind of drama community. I'm hoping Lyrics is looking through the evidence. Like, funny thing about that is if he does a stream where he goes over this stuff, I'm not likely to hear about it like, somebody will come in here and tell me when he does. But if I were him, I'd look at stuff first, a little bit. A threat or a great promise drama community. Yeah, I mean, that's like, the FBI looking into this. Like, please. Like, can you find the people who are coming at me and stop them, please? Like, I'm not actually a villain here. Yeah, like I said, the best defense against any of this is if there were cameras running the whole time all along. I missed your hello, Ryan. Sorry, I'm sorry. What's the new plan? I don't really have one yet, Jess. I don't really have one yet. Yeah. Any update on Red? I think she's doing okay. I'm not sure. Let me duck out of here for just a second and check my messages, actually. It's gonna swirly for just a minute. Sorry to time you out. Nice to see you. Have you already returned to the Midwest? No. I just got a serious offer of a place to stay in Ithaca from a fan who's a little fractious and argumentative about politics sometimes, but I think he's basically he got as far as being helpful enough to buy red groceries while she was there. She complained that he insisted on buying food he would eat. She complained to me when I saw her. But like that's, I mean, if there's somewhere for the cats, driving straight back to Ithaca would, I think it's just you, Knox, my boy. I'm not sure. I have not worked for McDonald's, actually. I mean, if I knew where I was going to be, thing is, like the restaurant work that I normally do, any kind of day job, day labor, anything, I have to have the cats not in the car or a tent. Like you can't store live cats in a car. Like it's just not, even in Portland where it's overcast and the weather is gloomy and sort of middle temperature, like that's just, you can't leave cats in a car. You can't. So let me, nobody is, yeah, there's 2 or 3 people now who should be getting back to me who aren't. 3, actually. That Shelley character, I wouldn't be surprised if she just looked me up and realized that, like, leave the live and come back. Why is this doing this to me? There we go. Alice Brown, hello. I hope everything works out for you. Thank you. A lot of shelters will foster cat for you and allow you to come back and get them once you're on your feet. That's right, Jess. And that's what I'm actually trying to call to look into, yeah. It's going to be horrible for the cats, but yeah. I only need them for 30 days. I only need them like 30 days interim. I don't know what I'll do for money or a place to live for myself in that interim, but I'll figure something out. You guys will make sure I don't starve or run out of gas. Like if it's like you need $20 for McDonald's and gas, like you guys have that. So it's just the cats that are the major logistical hassle at this point. If I end up homeless and living in a tent in the car myself, that's fun for the channel. It won't be so much fun for me, but it'll be fun for the channel, and that's good enough. Like you guys will give me more money for being in a fucking tent. So, I work for Southwest Airlines. You can fly the cats to me. They haven't gotten their shots or been fixed, so I can't put them on an airplane. But good idea. Why is it so dark in here? Oh, right. Zoe smashed the lamp. They're both asleep on the bed. I love them so much. If I lose the cats, I'm not going to be okay. I mean, there's no way to lose them at this point that doesn't put them in a safe place. But they'll end up separated at a shelter. It's like cat prison. They don't need to be fixed, but need up-to-date vaccine records. I mean, that's one where somebody could throw me the money to get them vaccinated, and that would change. Like a couple of people have offered to take them on a plane. The girl from North Carolina was saying that earlier, but they need their shots. All states that have free food for animals, find out the number is free food. I've got plenty of cat food. They just, like, living in a car with cats is just not, like, I can do it for one long road trip. Like, now somebody's saying, come to Ithaca. So now it's actually, Montana guy doesn't show up, I can drive to Ithaca. Pi and Zoe have a place there. This is a similar thing to John Porky, but this guy's a known quantity. Red has met him in the real world, and he helped her out a little bit. We might not get along. That's actually why I didn't take the offer seriously. But now that it's a question of getting the cats into somewhere safe, I mean, who cares if I get along with the guy who's hosting the cats? They need to be inside. Ithaca, New York is back over by where I'm going to end up, Illinois, anyway. So I might as well push through and do that long road trip now. And Ithaca is a pretty good place to, like, this day labor stuff, begging for money for food and stuff on the fly, doing live streams. Ithaca is a pretty good place for all that stuff. I can't believe I'm talking about going all the way back to Ithaca. If I end up going back to Hattiesburg after I go back to Ithaca, I will lose my fucking mind. I will lose what's left of my fucking mind. But that's not, who am I running? What am I running from? I'm not. I was supposed to live somewhere here and there's no place to live here. So I have a job and a place to live in a month in Illinois. So I have to figure out what to do with me and the cats for the next 30 days. Milking this chat for all the cash on the table that it is worth is really, like, that's not, we don't need to live in hotels for that. I need somewhere for the cats. Anthony, what are you talking about? Me? Nothing. They evicted me out of my house. Animal shelters do free or highly reduced vaccines. Well, let me call these people and find out. Let's see. They evicted you out of your house, Anthony.
May be recorded for quality and training purposes. Thank you for calling the Kitty Clinic. Our hours of operation are Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Please listen carefully as our directory options have changed. For basic questions about services, to schedule a visit, or to leave a note for our doctor, please press 1. To check, please listen carefully to the options, and we will direct your call to the appropriate staff member. For basic questions about our services, or to leave a note for our doctor, please press 1. To schedule a visit for your pet, whether current or new patient, please press 2.
No, this guy in Ithaca is
The average
real.
wait time is 0 minutes. Thank you for calling Kitty Clinic. This is Kathy in reception. How may I help you?
Hi, I'm not sure if you can help me, but maybe you can. I am in Olympia. Well, I'm near Olympia, biggest major city. I planned to move here, and now I've been stuck. I'm in a car with my two cats, and I have plans to be somewhere else in 30 days, but I'm looking for temporary housing for my cats. On the super cheap, because I'm dead broke. I can probably raise a little money for boarding the cats, but hardly any. Somebody gave me your number, and I thought, even if I can't afford you guys, maybe you might have some leads on people who would locally temporarily house two cats while I. It's really about 3.5 weeks is how long it's going to be, is my understanding.
Yeah, let me get you transferred up to the boarding. I know they can definitely help you out with that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
If somebody could let me board the cats on the front.
Good to go for that. Can I help you?
Hi, I just got patched through to you. I am near Olympia, Washington, and I got stranded by weird circumstances. I was planning to move here, and the moving plans fell through entirely with no warning. So the upshot is, for the next 3.5 weeks, I need to find a place for me and my cats locally. But it's the cats I'm calling you about, of course. I have two cats, and right now we're about to move into the car and a tent tomorrow. I can live in a tent for a minute and figure something out. The cats, not so much. So I'm hoping, I'm on really limited resources, obviously, because I just got hit with this disaster. But I'm hoping, even if I can't afford to board the cats, maybe you have some leads on resources for organized cat fans who can help me out locally.
Let me just ask,
my coworker really fast. I mean, unless you're interested in paying either $25 a night or $40 a night, depending on the suite style.
Well, $25 a night for the cats each is better than 120 a night for a hotel room when I don't need the hotel room. It's really just for the cats. I mean, of course, boarding is like kitty cat prison too, so I didn't want to fall back on that. But yeah, I mean, I am interested in $25 a day for the cats for at least a temporary. I have an online presence and fans, and I'm hoping to find a home for the cats with, friends or online friends anyway. I've only had 2 days to try to deal with this, so.
Okay. Yeah, well, we can do the $25 a night. It's just they're not going to be together. They would be separated in our economy suites. So they don't have like a window or anything fancy like that. It's kind of just like two kitty kennels put together. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you have any ideas on the kind of leads I'm talking about? Local organized cat helpers.
I do, and I would have to ask my coworker about resources because I'm not personally aware of like any.
Okay.
So again, I can put you on hold and ask her.
Yeah, thank you. Please do. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm down to like $200 right now. I have an online presence and I'm begging them for money. And I'm looking at like literally living in a tent and doing some kind of day labor for a few weeks. I have a good job and a place to live that are seasonal and don't open up till mid-September. So I'm only trying to scramble for a few weeks. So yeah, it's 25 for each cat.
It's 25 for each cat.
Yeah, so that's prohibitively expensive for 3 weeks probably for me, but not for a couple of nights. But yeah, if you can ask and leave me on hold for a minute, that would be great.
Okay, I will do that. Just give me 1 minute.
Yeah, obviously I can't pay for boarding the cats the whole time, and boarding them at all it's already meaner than keeping them in the car overnight. They'll be separated, and they've never been among strangers like ever. That's not say Anna Sharmoda Skyfalls. I wish she would have done that.
Are you? I don't know.
Hello?
Hello.
I was talking to my other phone, to my chat on my other phone.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking me something.
No, I was asking a question. I have a live chat watching me as a way to help fish for money to help deal with this situation. So we have my Cash App link in the live chat, and there's 44 people in here. Now they aren't making it rain money, but they're worried about my cats.
Yeah. Well, just give me 1 second, and I will ask my coworker.
Discount vaccines, Jamie, because somebody might be able to. Right. The whole music's gonna get me in trouble. Hold on a second. The Ithaca offer. I muted the stream because I was worried about the music on the phone, and then I remembered I can take the phone off speaker. Yeah, the offer in Ithaca is legit. That guy, someone Red has interacted with in the real world. That's like a 3-day drive. So I think The idea of getting in the car tomorrow morning and heading back towards Ithaca is just monstrous. It's fucking monstrous. At least if somebody, a couple $100 more in gas money turns up before I try to get on the road. But yeah, I'll do that in one. It'll just be like, I'll take naps and then at some point I'll get the cats out. Yeah. Otherwise, it's $50 a day for the cats, and I move into the car and I find some way locally to make money on the fly really quick. Better to get to Ithaca where the cats are safe and have cat food. Yeah, I don't want to, yeah. Yeah, I mean that's counting. That's still counting on the chat to come up with probably, I don't know, 400 or 500 in gas money on the fly, and food money. I don't know. Nobody's got extra money right now, really. And the people in here who had extra money have already sunk it in. Like that's the thing. Like we already spent like, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 on this damn road trip. I got Red rescued. I got her to Portland. Where I'm going to end up is Illinois. So Ithaca's closer. I still haven't slept. I'm still on hold. Cool, that means they're actually making a list of something or calling people for me. I just realized this is one where you want to be on hold for a long time. They're having a conversation. That's awesome. Olympia is probably a better place for these kinds of resources than Seattle or Portland anyway, because it's a smaller, cuter city with more money. Some human shelters will let you stay with animals. This is one of the resources. I was given 2 numbers to look into both kinds of help, Jamie. And the first one, the answering machine said you're going to be on a 2-day long waiting list, but we'll get to you. Leave a message. So I did. This is the second call. I think I got this number from the AI. Yeah, there's crazy cat ladies, people like me. Yes.
Like if you go to our homepage, and you just scroll all the way down, it asks you like cost conscious, and then you just click on a tab, and then it'll take you to a bunch of like drop down resources.
Okay.
For like funding help or just boarding resources and stuff like that.
Okay.
Pretty much what you're describing to me. So,
Yeah, that's what I figured. The resources, I was telling my chat that for this exact kind of emergency, your cats are good. Somebody can help your cats. You maybe not have to dangle, but your cats are going to find a place for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole list. So on our website, there's a whole bunch, and then Red Rover is also another option. And that's a female led option for sure. So usually it's for like domestic violence situations, but it's not like specific to that. So yeah, pretty much just Red Rover, and then yeah, on our website that's just there's a full list.
Okay. So that's what you got? That's all you got for me?
I mean, yeah,
I know. I mean in a good way. I mean in a good way. I didn't mean in a bad way.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a horrible horrible situation to be in.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
My poor cats, they've never had to deal with strangers. They've never been apart from each other. They've never been out of the room with me except for just a few hours when I'm at work. So,
Yeah, and it's so hard out there, so I'm sorry you're dealing with that. That's horrible. So.
well, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to take a look at your website and see if I can call around and find people. Thank you.
Yeah, do that. And like I said, it was $25 a night, and it's still a little pricey, but I think one of those resources should at least get you farther.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I made her think I was being snotty when I was trying to. It came out funny. It came out funny. Um. Yeah. Hmm. Um. That was messaging. I am messaging the guy in Ithaca. Okay, let's see. Did you ask her about discount vaccines? No. Oh, hold on. Let me catch up with the chat. Yes, if anyone, I'm going to say it again before I even read this stuff and catch up with it, but if anyone knows about any websites or organizations online that organize crazy cat ladies who help in this kind of situation, please and thank you. There's a list on this website, apparently. You can do this. I know you can take care of yourself and your poor babies. Thank you, Alice. Did you ask her about discount vaccines? No, I didn't, but thanks for reminding me because they'd have a plane ticket out of this situation if yes they are. They'll find help for you, I promise. I have people that I've helped before there's been homeless with them for babies, and you can get help with food, you can get help with shots. Come on, they can help you. A lot of people that give money to help for babies also. Do you think MJ was innocent? Michael Jackson? No. Off work shortly. Cool, Aaron. The government asked me for a favor. Wait, I don't think he did anything they said he did. Really? Well, given what's happened to me recently, I'd be willing to revisit it. But that movie that was just long interviews with two of the victims really convinced me. The depth of detail and the corroboration, how ambivalent they were. But it is just two interviews. If they did that to me, the interviews would be super inconsistent and would sort of tend to prove that nothing happened and would make the interview subjects look really crazy. Those guys looked really convincing. You can also go by food stamps offices and get a list of places that will help you with animals or call around. Yeah, maybe. They won't let you board them anywhere with the vaccines. Oh, Jamie, good point. Some people will donate stuff to help you because you're traveling with your animals. I'll help you all I can. Thank you. Right now, I'm looking at the cash for the road trip back to Ithaca. Like, that's the friend in Ithaca. Red's dealt with him in real life. He's a solid guy. He's yelled at me about politics in here, is why he's not hanging out in here regularly. But he's got a place for me and the cats. So that's like 3 days drive back to Ithaca, and just crowdsourcing on the way. That's my best option. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. That is insane. That is insane. I went to Ithaca, drove red to Portland. I'm gonna drive back to Ithaca. That's insane. Like, thank God that is there on the table. I would like to do a different thing. Like, it's just Ithaca. Like, anywhere else, like, if it was like Albany, I would be like, okay. This is like the Mad Max Fury Road thing where people are like, the story is just they got back. Nothing happened. Like, someone, the number you called, would they take the cats? The number you called? No, but they're, well, I mean, for $25 a day, but they're right. The cats haven't been vaccinated. She didn't ask if the cats have been vaccinated. They might have them isolated in such a way they don't have to require it, but they should. Most places like that do require that kind of thing. Like she wouldn't even think to ask because it's general. Like that's always required. Timeout would probably have been fine. Yeah. Yeah, can we unhide him? Just give him like a 24-hour timeout. He might be just high or something. Thank you. Yeah, just give him a 24-hour timeout. I don't know, he's high or something, I think. Maybe he'll be fine later. I think your cats would do better with you in a tent than separated from you in a cage. So that's what I'm just saying. Now the plan is I'm going to go to Ithaca. I'm going to burn straight through. When we run out of gas money and food money, I will beg for it live until we get it. It's 3 days driving. I'll just drive until I'm exhausted, take a nap. Every second time I take a nap, I will arrange for the cats to get out in the car and use the litter box and food and stuff in the car. Easy peasy, except for the stamina. And it's going to cost, I mean, I don't know how much in gas money. Probably 300, 400. A bit. I don't know that I have personal friends that I can hit up in private for gas money to get back. Love Hello is away right now and on vacation. She might help. My friend Daryl, high school buddy, he comes in here sometimes. He might help. But on the fly, I don't know. Once I'm on the road and begging, it's different. Like people throw me 20, 50, 100 for gas or food. Run out of food. Like when we broke down and had the battery die, there was money there instantly. The flat tire I had the money for. It's just nerve-wracking, especially with the cats in the car. I have the mount on the dashboard now, so I can stay live the whole time. I now know that the only problem is the muffler, so I'm not scared to push it, to take it up to higher speeds. I was a little worried. I was taking it really easy. The cats will be okay for 2 shifts in the car. They will hate it by day 3, but I'll be there by day 3. Unless you guys stop giving me money when I need it. I think the audience is too big now. I don't think that'll happen. If $5 or $10 or $20 at a time is enough to get you back on the road, well, it'll be 50, actually 50 at a time. What happens when he has to leave the tent for a while? That's why I can't live in a tent with the cats, Jamie. That can't be done. Right. Exactly. You can't have any kind of a job. You can't, like, that's everyone I've ever known who was homeless enough to be living in a car or a tent had an indoor cat. Something happened really quickly. It's just not, cat got away and got lost, basically, because that's not doable. They can hang out in the car about twice. About the same stamina I have. Like, I can drive all the way across to Ithaca and just take naps in rest areas. It'll be rough. But that's also my chat. Like, at some point, I'm going to be exhausted and loopy, and somebody will be like, I'm sending you $150 for a hotel room. Just fucking get a hotel room. Mind you, there'll be other people yelling at me that it's animal abuse the whole time, too. Yeah. All right, that's a plan. The Ithaca's a lock. Hold on. Unless somebody else comes up with something better. I'm going to message him. All right. Hold on. Okay. I'm emailing my friend in Ithaca. That I'm gonna consider that the plan A. I just, the idea of doing all that driving in, like, I'm gonna be risking my heart in the car, and I don't have the gas money right now. You really wish you had the money to send me to help my babies? Thank you. What did I just get a notification of that I missed? It's only a little bit of money by everyone's got $20 in their pocket standards. So, let's see. I'm gonna have to get food. But now that I have oh my, one of the actresses I know is posting much spicier pictures on Instagram than she does on Facebook. Hold on, scroll down. Oh, it's cropped off, I see. It's funny that you can't see that picture, but you can tell like kind of exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see. Jamie, you're awesome. Thank you. Jamie just sliding in with 100 in the Cash App. See, you guys got my back. All right. I've got this. All right. Okay. That $100 coming in right then, Jamie, just made me feel 1,000,000% better. Might as well have been 1,000. Just let me know that the plan is solid. I hate to just keep milking my chat and my audience for tips on the fly to get there, but and this actually is the exact situation I thought with Porky, but with a benefit. One, I'm supposed to be at this job in Illinois in 30 days. So I have rarely in my life set out to make any kind of living arrangement that went entirely south within less than 30 days. I managed to live with Red's mom for 30 days once. So, I'll be back in Illinois. Now what I'll do for money while I'm in Ithaca, I don't know, but I'll do, like I said, I'll sign up for that like manual labor level, day labor stuff. It's 30 days. It's not, and Pienzo will be safe inside and taken care of. That's the main thing, which is what I thought with Porky, because I thought with Porky all along, worst case scenario, the guy's stable enough to take care of the cats while I dangle and find a better place to live and put the cats in. Like, it's a pretty low bar, like being stable enough to keep 2 cats and take care of them. Now Zoe's an escape artist. I really thought John Porky had that together. That's funny. The exhaustion just hit me. I'm suddenly really hungry and really tired. Like now that I feel like I have a plan that I can pursue, and I have, instead of just 100 for tomorrow's road, I have 200 for tomorrow's road. That's not halfway there, but that's definitely more than a third of the way there. I might make it to Montana. Um, I wish that guy from Bozeman, Montana had come through. I like the idea of working on a ranch for a month. I'm seriously tempted to drive through there, but I think from here that would be a huge tip. It's actually, I'll go the northern route going back. Oh, it's a toll road though. I'll take interstates all the way back because now that I know the car's not going to die from running it loud, I'll take interstates all the way back. The mechanic was solid. It would make it all the way across the country once again. I mean, that was sort of there's several problem areas where the car is going to go south and need work within another 5,000 or 6,000 miles. I should probably get an oil change before I go, but I'm not going to. Yeah. And Pi and Zoe can live in the car with me for 2 days. They'll like be happy with getting out of the box in the cab of the car once. Like they will think that's the most fun in the world once. By day 2, they're gonna be like, what the fuck, dude? Now Pi and Zoe travel really well, actually. As you guys have seen, like most cats do not relax in unfamiliar spaces with such ease. Save money you get for gas, not hotels. Oh yeah, no, I'm not getting another hotel. No. We're going straight there. Hold on. Let me. Jamie, that was you. Thank you. I wasn't scrolling in the comments, but I saw the notification. Being kind is free, yeah, and it's important. I need the spiritual support. Honestly, like it's part of the same effort because having general support from the chat gives me the air of confidence that somebody described as entitlement. That is actually, it makes it easier for people to spend money. Like you're falling apart and crying is one thing, but like it's just like, I'm gonna be all right. I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. Given all the circumstances, I'm doing really well. I just need the cats to be safe. That's actually easier for people to spend money than if I'm going to pieces. I don't have to explain it. That's how people are. Is this Illinois thing rock solid and ironclad? I've talked to him at length on the phone 2 or 3 times. I like him. I have a really good impression of him. He wants to make sure I FaceTime with him and his wife. Haven't caught up with that yet. Maybe tonight I'm going to catch up with that. They're running a background check on me right now, which I can pass. Only time I've ever been in trouble with the law was for punching Red's stepfather that one time. And I think that's not on my record. I think it like something about the way we did that deal expunged it. Like after I didn't punch him again within the probationary period or whatever. Yeah. Though by now I feel like I've been grandfathered into not being able to pass a background check. I mean, there are kinds of background checks that do check for rumors and insinuations. I couldn't get a security clearance. Christina, like we had that conversation like the other day. Like there's, I mean, like, yeah. You can see people are still whatever you have in a tent. Yeah, you can't really live in a tent safely. I have a car, so living in a tent isn't really living in a tent. Like the car locks up, but I don't know that I'm gonna have to do this. I don't know how to set up the tent. It is not animal abuse. You love for babies, and that is awesome. There's a lot of people that love them for babies. I'm glad I found your stream. Been following since Saturday. It's been entertaining to say the least. Thank you. You guys, my personal life, is his drug daughter still here? No. Unfortunately, drugs aren't her problem, though, primarily. The power of positivity, yeah, projecting positivity matters a lot when you're on your uppers and requiring charity, yeah. It's, I mean, like if I could do the like manic over the top Rogan so cheerful nothing can get him down version of me, that would be ideal. That would be a little weird at this point. It always goes back to top when you close the stream and come back. Oh, is that what it's been to me? All right, so I feel like I can take a nap and have dinner now. I mean, I'd rather have a plan that's geographically closer. On the other hand, it serves me right to have to drive all the way back to Ithaca. I've had fun in Ithaca before. Ithaca's a neat little town. There's a lot going on there. It's full of interesting people. The local music is interesting. Mildly ironic, the village announcer, to say the least. Yeah, back to Ithaca. Right back to fucking Ithaca. It's the same country twice. I'm gonna see different roads a lot of the way because Red and I were babying the car and taking back roads because the mechanic hadn't looked at it. I'm gonna take interstates all the way, the rest of the way there. I gotta go, but let me know if I can help with a flight or help fly the cats to me. I can give buddy passes for Southwest Airlines. Thank you so much. I think it's too much money and hassle for my chat for it to be worth it to put the cats on a plane ahead of me. Like I'd have to get them vaccinated. Camp out in Red's old spot. I mean, I've got the car, so actually that shouldn't. And this isn't a like only the cats can stay here offer. Like I think I'm being allowed to stay inside. Don't separate them. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. That's. I had to make sure they were safe too. I mean the first. If I left them in Iowa, Christina she'd have a house full of family with kids who aren't trained in keeping cats inside and unfamiliar cats in a space where they're trying to escape from at the same time. And honestly, with children around, I don't want anyone's children being anywhere near me in any context right now. Yeah. In a couple of weeks, it'll be different. Like in a couple of weeks, it'll be different. How long have we had the cats? 3 years, 3.5 years, something like that. The drama community is coming for me. Animal shelter and come visit them. No, this is better, VK. I wouldn't be able to come visit them anyway. I'm going to be in Illinois in 30 days-ish. Yeah. Pass the background check. Then, which it's like a good answer to these people in Mississippi. He passes a background check. Hello, Leninade. And their sisters never been separated. They've been in the same room. It's free to fly them to me, but they'll need vaccines. Lots of discount places. Okay. Where are you? It's good for a plan B, Jamie. Stay in the streams. Driving them to Ithaca is a good idea. Cares more about owning his cats than he does about taking care of them. Well, I mean, have you had cats? If I had a home for them that was a good home, Christina and I stood there and decided that John Porky needed them. And then as it turns out, she had family stuff happen where she's got, that house is full of family right now. And then the cats actually would be a problem right now. The village announcer, yes. You're in Orlando, Florida. Cool. I used to live in Tampa. And then, then the other thing would be to fly them to me later. Like I'd drive to Ithaca and then I could pick them up there. That's worth considering, to take it easy on the cats. But I don't know that would be easier on the cats. Pi and Zoe they've never been separated from each other or separated from me. They take the car travel pretty easy. You fly for free, but it's not, your time isn't free. Julie seemed cool. He's a grandpa himself. Yeah. Yeah, he's always talking about his family. He seems like a really good guy. I've talked to him at length a couple of times. I don't know if he's listening right now. He's gonna talk to me when he gets out. I think he said after 6:30. They can go in the carrier in the cabin, in the diplomatic pouch. You're broke going through a divorce. Oh man, there's a sense in which I'm still going through a divorce. There's a real sense in which I am still going through a divorce here. I've never recovered from it. Because Red basically caused the divorce. She didn't mean to. I keep saying that. Red was not loopy yet when we got divorced. Red got loopy about 3 years later when she was like 19, when she moved in with me. She was 16 and she wasn't at all crazy yet. But my wife... Well, she abandoned both of us. Cats were not happy when you were in the hospital away from you, not at all. Yeah, that's the thing, Christina. Is it cruel to keep them with me in the car for a 3-day road trip when they've never been separated from me or each other? You can't explain to a cat what's going on when you do shit like that. Like, there's no way to assure them that it's okay. It's really traumatizing. Maybe I'll see you one day, Reagan, at the lake. Yeah, I mean... Well, I hope this all works out. But the plan to go to Ithaca, that part of it will definitely work out. Like if this plan to go to Illinois in 30 days is some kind of bust, well then I'm in Ithaca with the cats and I work in restaurants and retail. Like Ithaca's a college town. There's places in Ithaca for days where they grumble constantly that they have a constant rotation of college kids where they would like some reliable old guys to do the work in retail and restaurant work. They may mourn themselves to death. Yeah, Gail, they're really touchy. Pie Wacket and Zoe. Cats can deal with separation way better than they can deal with being in a dark box. They're always relaxed when they're in that box. The only times they've been upset is when it's more than 12 hours in there. When you're asking for $1 again, I respectfully suggest that you act grateful for help, not entitled to it. How would I act more grateful? I am grateful for the help. My dad taught me to slit their throats and throw them on shore. We're not going to do that with Pie and Zoe. Wait, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about fishing? Carp, yes, we are talking about fishing. Yeah. I mean, what's best for the cats, you got to sort of play it by ear too. Like they're sensitive animals. The story about how I named the cat Pie Wacket. The selfish never listen. Poor cats, hope they escape to better lives. Are you offering them a home? Do you have a good place for them to live that's within driving distance of here? So that they can stay together? And because I would drop them off somewhere that's a better home than with me wandering around all over the place. Yeah, I would separate them from me as long as they could stay together. So are you offering somewhere? You need them and mostly they need you is probably accurate, Arfons. Yeah, I was just saying, I would go for taking them somewhere. If somebody had an offer for that was a really good offer. Don't let them down. Drop them off in my neighborhood with the other street rats. Yeah, they're going back to school. Once you get wherever you decide, you will find a job for sure. Yeah, me getting a job is not a problem. The Illinois thing, like, that would be awesome because I can live there and I can work there. Agility seems awesome. That would be awesome. But I'll figure something out. Having the place in Ithaca for the cats to arrive at is, that's all I need, the money to get there. Oh, man, I'm a lot easier in my mind already. LOLC, the selfish don't listen. When you say LOLC, kitties, I knew, you make it clear that you don't care about the cats. You're not shocked or horrified or trying to talk me into some course of action that you think would be better for the cats. You're just being a mean girl. Like, you do realize that's what you're doing, right? Like, that's clear in writing. As a bell. I'm feeding a new cat that's been visiting. He looks like a cow, so I call him Cowboy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna just block this person who wants to complain that I should do better with the cats. I'm gonna have to go get some food. I'm gonna have to go get some McDonald's, something for another meal later. There's a Walmart over there. I got Walmart donuts yesterday. That was very exciting for me. I've been to a Walmart for a while, so the Walmart standard like recipe book for their baked stuff, like I haven't gotten the Walmart apple fritters. You will be fine. Please do not abandon your poor babies. All you do is worry about them. I'm still suicidal over the cats I had to abandon in Tampa when my heart went out. I have to just not think about it. I don't know that I would make it through it, but they're just as... Do you still have a way to reach out to Alice Cooper? No, not directly, Liberty Bible Institute. If somebody wanted to go see one of his shows, I would have to get in touch with his representation, basically cold. I would get the internet to tell me who his representation is, and it would probably be a couple of rounds of calls. I'd be like, I'm the guy who wrote the movie Attic Expeditions Alice was in. I want to get backstage, shake hands at one of his shows on this tour. But that's... I mean, he really likes my writing. If I went to the trouble to do that, it would be a real conversation. He would remember who I was and ask me what I'm working on. And like, but nobody's taken me up on wanting to go see an Alice Cooper show in all of the 26 years now since we made Attic Expeditions. So I'm not going to go by myself. I haven't had a car most of that time, actually. I completely understand how you feel about the cats having one myself, and I have no doubt that you will land on your feet once you get the cat sorted out. Thank you. I'm doing okay today, Tia Fireball. I just sorted out a plan that makes sense. It's going to be harrowing, a long drive to Ithaca, but it makes sense. I'll make it. If the car makes it, I'll make it. Yeah, it's going to be scary, but there's a landing place that makes sense in Ithaca, of all places. But the reason that it's solid is because Red just came from Ithaca, so Red knows this guy. Like, he's dealt with her in real life. We just had a conversation about her interactions with him that scans entirely. Like, she reported it very differently from him, but the way they reported it differently makes sense. So, all right, I gotta go get some food. There's a McDonald's 3 or 4 miles away. No Montana now. He never turned up in the emails. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, I got your number. Ithaca, if you're watching. I don't know if you're watching or just emailing me. Yeah, I should call him tonight before I set out. I should go get some food. This is all really harrowing, guys. At least now I have a plan that makes sense, but yeah, I'm probably $400 shy of getting there, and that's if I don't get a hotel room at all. And if the car doesn't break down. I am so done with this road trip arc. Oh my God. This season is going on way too long. This season of this show is just dragging out. I named my beautiful little girl Cat. We found her on Christmas Day on my porch, and she grew up. She is about 4 years old. We named her Meow Meow, and she answers to her name. I get scared to death. Open door, yeah. I always worry about. Is the car going to make it through? We had a mechanic go over it. Should be solid. Yeah, it should make it, actually. The next thing that's going to give out is the brakes. And that's like for interstate driving, that's not going to be the go eat now. Yeah, I need to, and I only slept about 3 hours this morning. Now that I have a plan that makes sense and I can, yeah, I'm just suddenly really exhausted and I need to get some food and maybe take a nap. You say a prayer before you leave and leave it all in God's hands. He will get you and your baby. He will get you and your for a baby so safely, and I'll be praying for you all the way. Yeah, I pray all the time now. It's sustaining me. God is carrying me through this. Just getting off work, Aaron. Yeah, I finally, so I have sort of a pretty good plan. A guy that Red actually met in the real world in Ithaca is like, you and the cats can come here. I'm going to talk to him on the phone later. Crazy long road trip. Like, I didn't want to drive all the way back to Ithaca, but it is basically just one day farther than Illinois. So if that job works out, I'll end up back there. And if not, Ithaca is a pretty solid place for me to wash up. Driving straight back to Ithaca is a little, it's like having my face rubbed in it. The bad decisions that brought me out here to Portland. And it's, 300 or 400 for the gas, probably. Yeah, make sure to possibly FaceTime him. Yeah, I'm going to talk to him tonight. I'm going to FaceTime with Agility about the job in Illinois tonight, tomorrow. I really like him, and that just sounds like a great plan. Praying for me all along. Thank you, Gail. Yeah, thank you. Faith in God is the main thing I have here now. How much is a gasoline right now? About $4 a gallon. I figured out the gas. I don't know. The gas was about 400 from Ashtabula to here, I think. I did it all on the card, so I could actually look. I could tell you exactly how much it was. You can buy a portable cat playpen at Walmart for if you want to take the cats out while on the road. I think I can anyway, the village announcer. There isn't room because there's stuff in the car, but I can rearrange things so most of it's in the trunk. Zoe will be a bastard about trying to get under my feet, I'm sure. The only reason I hadn't gotten them out before is I hadn't put my eyes on every part of that. I wanted to make sure there was integrity in the cabin, and then integrity on, like, there's one thing coming loose where the cat could get behind it with some work, and it'd be Zoe. And once she gets up into the console, I wanted to make sure she can't get out. Make sure they don't frolic outside and find a boyfriend. Yeah, they haven't even gotten outside. You have to think positive. Union for babies will be fine. Please get somewhere before winter hits. Some of the towns did you come to, they will give you a free motel room. I know I used to follow one. Petco has one for $36 that you could fit a litter box in. If I could unfold it the car's really piled up with stuff. I did rearrange it a little so it's less piled up with stuff. Yeah. I think I can let them out while I run around. It's just, on the highway, you hit the brake hard. You would take a man, but I live in Dover, Tennessee. I can give you information and prayers. Yeah, and this guy in Ithaca has a place for me too. That's me and the cats in the same place. That was the game. I wish it was 1,000 miles closer and like near Illinois. I have the Illinois job set up. Plan B is just restaurant work in Ithaca. The cats are set and I'm set as long as the car makes it there. Someday I'll get to have a vacation. You know what I would have wanted to do for a vacation before this is pretty much exactly this, but just like on a relaxed basis. Like I'd like to be able to, now that I know Pi and Zoe travel well too, that actually, like they don't mind the road trip thing. Like I really didn't know if I just set out to just stay in hotels every night and go to different cute small towns and stuff, would they travel well? Well, now I know they will. Go touch the ocean before you leave. Oh, I should. I hadn't touched the Pacific since the mid-90s. I think I saw it at one point coming over here. Also, very important, check your fluids each time before you drive. If it's been sitting a few hours overnight. Yeah, the oil got me once. Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, and the transmission fluid, you said I should be able to get a dipstick for it. I mean, I can at least see if it's, yeah, I should look into that. But transmission fluid's one of those things you don't want to just dump some in on spec. Back to fucking Ithaca, man. Baptize yourself in the Pacific and be reborn. I'm closest now, huh? Is that body of water, Aaron, that I drove by on my way over here? Is that actually the Pacific that I saw over the trees? Looked like it might just be a bay or a river or something, but I only saw it on my phone, so it could have been a lake. I mean, could have been a lake. The color was odd. There's a lot of lakes over here. There's a lot of bridges, a lot of bodies of water. It's like the South like that, actually. The Willamette. It's a bay. I mean, do I have to? The ocean's about 30 minutes less, and you can drive on the beach. I mean, okay, but I don't even want to add an hour to this trip now. Like a gold coin. Thank you, Christina. Oh, I just realized I got money coming from YouTube. Hold on, what day is that? It's only 160, but that'll be money when I get there for living on. You could try to put the litter box on the floorboard. I definitely can, Alice. Like a litter box on the floorboard and the food and water out. I don't think that they will relax enough to hang out while I drive without some, like, they don't like it. They don't like it when they can see what's going on. They're more relaxed. They were more relaxed when we had a bunch of stuff piled up on top of the carrying case, and I kept worrying about and fussing about whether they were getting enough air. Like, they were totally relaxed. That is so awesome. Can you please hang in there? You'll make it. You'll be telling everyone how grateful you are keeping their baby. Yeah. I mean, I'll go live from inside the car while I'm moving a lot, because I now have a mount on the dashboard. A hero or something, save someone's life, it'll be a crazy character arc. I don't know. I don't have any control over the kind of drama that comes in here. I do seem to have this knack that I've seen other people have, like historically, like Harlan Ellison a little bit, Aleister Crowley a little bit. I seem to be I generate the kind of drama that's thematically unified to my previous actual life and work. And you would think I'm one of those people with a personality disorder where I'm doing that on purpose if you didn't hang out with me all the time. Like the live streams, you can see, like, yeah, it is like Rogan is one of those guys who's generating the drama, but he's kind of actually not. Like, it just keeps coming at him despite his efforts to avoid it. And it seems like I'm writing it a lot. Like, it seems like I'm making it up. There's big parts of my life and past that I do not tell people about because it sounds like I'm making it up. Like, specifically, like, it sounds like something I would make up. Like that business about the connections between the Athabascans and my parents. Are you making Hollywood come back? I was thinking about it, man. Los Angeles isn't that far. Like, if I had a place for them up here. That's why the person who was trolling about cruelty to the cats, I was like, do you have a place for them? Like, but Christina's right. They don't like being separated from me, and they really don't like being separated from each other. They freak out. Well, Zoe does anyway. When I put them in those two carriers, Christina, Zoe just went nuts trying to get out. A do-rag. You hear about the pig roast. They'll chill. Okay, Pie Wacket. So I was going to explain, and then I'm going to get off and go get food. Pie Wacket is a name of a familiar extorted from a supposed witch under torture. I am the guy from the beginning of the movie Gobblefoot. Yes, I am. A name of a familiar extorted from a witch during duress. It was sleep deprivation What's his name? The famous Witchfinder General, Matthew. The book The Witch Hammer is either about him or by him. I can't remember. But in that book, there's a passage that describes a witch trial. They kept her up for 3 days. I think 4 days. Somewhere in there, she decided to crack and give them the names of the familiar spirits summoned as assistants by all the witches in the coven. And so Pyewacket is the name of one of the familiar spirits on that list. The reference is fairly widely known because there's a 50s sort of psychedelic romantic comedy called Bell Book and Candle with Kim Novak. Great movie. It's beat era, it's pre-psychedelic, like it's got all these cool like jazz era druggy moves. Kim Novak's like the kind of modern girl, has short hair. And the premise is that she's a witch, she's a practicing witch, and she uses magic to snare the man she wants. This was in the 50s when there weren't modern Wiccans, so it was a cute idea. And you love that movie, Gail? It's really great. Great date movie, man. If you want to make time with a girl who thinks she got class, Bell Book and Candle is like Breakfast at Tiffany's, but cooler. Kim Novak is great. She's the gorgeous blonde. And her familiar is a cat named Pyewacket. So most people know it from that. Like that reference comes up more. But that was making this very weird erudite reference to the witch trial from The Witch Hammer. Because if 2 cats become 14, that'll be fucked. If they all look like Pie and Zoe, too. I don't know if you guys all caught this, but Red and I drove by Witchfinder General Matthew Hopkins, right? And there's a really good movie about him with Vincent Price called Witchfinder General. They were going to make a remake a few years ago of Witchfinder General with the director, what's that guy's name who made movies Nick Cave wrote, this Australian guy, Hillcoat? I get him confused with the other guy who's worked with Nick Cave. But he was going to direct a remake of The Witchfinder General, and I guess nothing ever came of it. The money doesn't like good scripts these days, man. Like you get... At one point, there was going to be a remake of The Crow. They had a script by Nick Cave, and they had Jason Momoa attached to play The Crow to the Nick Cave script. And somehow that fell apart. Like, the machine does not even want to make good movies anymore. They don't even want to, motherfuckers. You know what I hate is now that I've got a plan in place, I don't want to come in here talking about it and begging for help all night anymore. I guess I'll come back in and I'll have the link up and I'll play guitar. The only way a plan could come in more solid is if it's somebody I know in the real world who's a lot closer. Yeah. And the 2 people I know in Portland are out of town. There's a 3rd person I know who lives outside Portland. A very odd, very attractive woman who's as smart as me about Gothic literature who lives, she's not single. She lives sort of in the woods near here somewhere. She's a really good artist. It's because they're so used to being with you, independent on only you and themselves. You're not doing it on puts cats really choose humans, and it's an awesome thing. Definitely chat with them on phone or video call. Yeah, he's been in here enough, though, that I've got a solid grip on what he's like, and Red has dealt with him in the real world. Red didn't have a negative report of him. Like, and she has a negative report of everyone. So, I mean, she did, but it wasn't substantial. Like, what Red had to say about him negative is like a good review coming from Red. It's like the way I am about movies, the way Red is about people. Yeah, this is a guy, he lived in Ithaca. He was trying to talk me into moving there before. Like, in the DMs, he's like, I tried to tell you about that fucking guy. That's not the way he put it. But Red, he's not the guy who helped Red get out of Mississippi and get to Ithaca, I don't think. But he helped Red out a few times. He tried hard to talk us both into moving there together when we were both, like when I was in Ohio the first time and she was in Mississippi. He got really mad at me for not kicking somebody out of here for being a Nazi. And then he said in the DMs, he heard that later I just shredded the guy. Because, yeah, you guys know, it's my policy in here. People are allowed to express racist ideas, but then when they run up against the actual stupid or vicious, I will tear them to pieces. Like you're allowed to be some kind of weird Klansman or Nazi for about 2 minutes, and then I'll come at you. Like once you start getting, they're never just passively about like, they're never the good version of what they claim to be. They never are. But I'll give them a minute to pretend. But if they are the good version of what they are, the racists, you talk them out of it. Like they come towards the light, conversation by conversation. Anyway, he's really political. He's really political. Ithaca. I got stranded in Ithaca before. I had a great time there. I got stranded there for a few days once. Wonder if Dan Smalls is still around in Ithaca. I made one friend there I really like. I made two, but the one guy, he's gonna be deceased now. I was stuck in Ithaca. I rode out to Ithaca the first time because my friend Mike Keenan was in a band called The Tribulations, and they were touring through. And he had one night in town, and I had just broken up my band Wrong in 1993, and I was back in Massachusetts briefly. Might have been the beginning of 1994. But so Mike called me at like 4 a.m. He's like, I'm wired from being on the road. Are you awake? Come over and get drunk with me till dawn for a minute before I get back on the bus to Ithaca. So I'm like, all right. I bring the tape of my band from Mississippi. Mike just gets wild over how good the band is. And we get crazy drunk. We put away like the remaining half a gallon of Jamesons from between 4 and 6 a.m. And then the guys in the band come by. It's a reggae band. It's like 10 guys, mixed race, smoking joint after joint. Mike's the only guy in the band who does not smoke weed. A couple of these guys later became the rhythm section for a band called Letters to Cleo that had a radio hit. So they were in this tour bus. And everybody was real psyched about my band and the tape. And they were like, we want to listen to this. But it was like the only tape I got. And they're like, well, get in the bus. So I just got on a bus in Worcester with a band and went to Ithaca just spontaneously, falling down drunk. They opened for the Samples, I think is the name of the band. Kind of a big band. I think they're local to Ithaca. Like frat rock, alt rock band. They're pretty good. I ran the light board for the Tribs that night because they weren't going to be allowed to have the cool light board if they didn't say they had a professional light engineer. So they just told them I knew how to do it, and I did it. It was fun. I did it. Good job. Then I got stranded there. Like they went on tour, and I didn't have a ride back to Worcester. Like I think I had to ask my mom to send me the money, Western Union or something. So I was stuck there for 2 or 3 days. And while I was there, I made out with a college girl. I fooled around with this college girl. So 3 or 4 weeks later, Jonathan Richman was playing. And I planned to go back to Ithaca and spend the night with this girl at her place and go see the Jonathan Richman show like 2 days later. And she flaked on the weekend together plan when I arrived. Like she was like, oh, you really are coming? I hooked back up with my ex-boyfriend, so you can't come over. So, every time you mention Ithaca, your face tells me you're dreading going back there. Dude, at least I deserve it. All right, at least it's earned karma. It's the length of the drive that I'm dreading. My heart's not okay. I wish I had a co-pilot. Yeah. Craziest drug you tried? It was in 1994, yeah. The craziest drug I tried. A hallucinogen I don't remember the name. Okay. So maybe somebody can figure out what this stuff was. Because I don't remember what it was called. I knew this guy who used to get these research chemicals. Like, was it salvia? No. This was a research chemical. This was in the days of Foxy or Roxy. If anyone ever tried Foxy was incredible stuff. It was a research chemical that was very briefly legal. I knew this guy. He was the guy who could get you ketamine back when it was still legal because it was a vet drug and you had to cook it out of the injectable version so you could snort it. He was the guy who GBH or GHB, whatever that stuff is. That's like a sleep aid that you gotta dose really carefully. It tastes really weird. He was the guy who made that stuff. He was a chemistry guy, like an actual chemist. And he would get these weird hallucinogens. Foxy was amazing stuff. If you ever get a chance to try it. And he got this stuff. It'll be way easier solo on the interstate. I think so. Yeah. It's gonna be like Lord of the Rings. Getting back is gonna be quicker. I am worried about car trouble again because I don't like having the cats in the car while car trouble happens. And I don't have the money to deal with it, but like every time there's been real trouble, the chat has thrown solution money at it. Purple microdot. I once snorted a purple microdot. I wanted to see if you could snort it. We crushed it up real good. Yeah, you can snort it. It hits a little quicker. That's the only difference. It took like 25 minutes to kick in instead of like 40 or something. So yeah, Foxy was really good. But this guy got this other stuff that he was like, Rogan, this is really special stuff. It's basically the Cadillac of experimental hallucinogens. I can't remember what it was called, but it had a 2-letter name. It's not BZ, but it was, something like that. It was just gorgeous stuff. Me and Jeff Oling split the one hit I had, and we made some really good recordings on it. We were up all night. Like it lasted like way longer than any normal hallucinogen. It was like a 30-hour thing, maybe a 20-hour thing, but it was smooth. Like you have to have the nerve to stay in that headspace for that long. You wouldn't want to. It's not a beginner drug, but I don't remember what it was called. It was a 2-letter word, and it was one of these legal research chemicals like Foxy. Foxy was incredible. Foxy did to food what hallucinogens generally do to music and movies and stuff. Like, honest to God, I had one of the best meals I've ever had on Foxy, and it was just like the bullshit pasta plate at Vincent's in Worcester at the bar. Like Rhonda and I were huddled over just one plate of pasta and meatballs. It's basically just out of a can, but it'd been simmering. One of the most delicious meals I've ever had. One of the most amazing moments of my life. Galaxy 500 sounds good with or without drugs. Yeah, but why would you listen to them without taking drugs? I saw Luna open for Lou Reed. I still haven't gotten totally into Galaxy 500. I got as far as they're like Big Star or the Stooges. Like when you finally catch up with them, your first reaction is they're very disappointing given the reputation. But like I thought about it for 10 years. I'm about ready to come back around. And there's really only 2 albums, right? And then it's the same guy was the frontman for Luna later. People who like Galaxy 500 like my bands. Like it always comes up because of the guitars, the guitar sound. It was either 2CB, 2C1, or 2CT7. 2CB sounds right. They did not call it Nexus, the drug. I think it was 2CB. That sounds right. Excellent stuff. I recorded the best vocal take of anything I've ever recorded in my life on it, and then Jeff immediately accidentally erased it. Like we recorded Trouble in Mind, and we did it with just him playing bass, and then I did the vocal just on the bass, like a walking jazz bass. It was fucking astonishing. Like really the best piece of singing I've ever done. We listened to it 3 times through. We were like, holy shit, that is incredible. And then he accidentally erased it. Like right then. Volcano Suns I haven't gotten into either. I've never gotten, I know them, but I know of them. I know them by reputation. Was he the same guy? The same guy? It's his band too, Volcano Suns. But yeah, Foxy was super cool. That guy once, I was at that guy's house. He's a chemist, and he was training like an assistant to do this stuff. And I'm looking forward, at someday I'm going to have a chance to put this in a movie. So this is the house where they do all the legal drugs, right? But ketamine before it became illegal, they cooked that there. He bought a whole bunch of the DM stuff in DM cough medicine, and it gave everybody a bad trip and nobody would try it. Everybody was like, don't take that stuff from him. So we're sitting on his porch, smoking a cigarette, high on some weird drugs, and this frat boy guy, he's training to assist him with the drug business, comes out of the kitchen onto the front porch, and he goes, "Hey Grady, I'm out of distilled. We're all entirely out of Everclear. So should I just use distilled water? Let me get this right. He comes out on the porch and says, "Hey, Grady, we're all out of distilled water." No, it's the other way around. Okay, take 3. "Hey, Grady, we're all out of Everclear. Should I just use distilled water instead?" And Grady goes, "Dude, you were supposed to use distilled water." And the guy goes, "Right, I got it," and goes back inside. It was not DXM. DXM is actually more well known. This guy was into cutting edge research chemicals when this was like right before they passed the law where certain variations on hallucinogenic alkaloids are automatically also illegal by virtue of the structure of the molecule. They've done that a couple of times, but this was in, what year was it? What year was it that Foxy was briefly a thing? I mean, this guy was the only guy I ever knew who was a source for Foxy. That stuff was spectacular. It was the best sex drug ever, but it made your sexual performance really lame, unlike all the other sex drugs. But wow. Yeah. The front of your eyeball could have an orgasm on that stuff. 2CB had a huge comeback online with Silk Road. Oh, I bet this Foxy stuff did too. I didn't even think about that then. Molly is excellent and wonderful stuff. If you can make sure you got good stuff and it's clean, I shouldn't be recommending illegal drugs at all. Molly's is as close to something everyone should try as any dangerous hard drug ever could be. It's really good for depression, like really, really good for depression, but dangerously habit forming for depressives, and it's not very safe. Like you can overdo it really easily. Like don't try Molly without a full brief. You've seen thousands of 2CB tabs? Well, I'm gonna have to try it again if I ever get a chance. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it again if I ever get a chance. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go get some food and God, I might even buy a beer. I'm scared. I'm scared of the road trip tomorrow. Crusty Soxy. Now everything is cut with fentanyl, even pills. I keep hearing that, Aaron. I had this weird pregabalin, yes. That's something you shouldn't touch unless you have real medical problems. Oh, that was a cold caller from a sales firm. Test your drugs. The Village Announcer. That's like actually that's okay. Can you guys hear me and see me? Did I ducked out of here? I once got some Molly, some ecstasy at a rave, an after hours party in Los Angeles, where they had a house chemist in the back. Like the dealer, like they did this, this thing where we gave the money to one guy and somebody else came back with the drugs, and the actual dealer was sort of a pivot point, making eye contact and, hand gestures. But while this was going on, this guy came out of the back who's clearly a professional nerd. Like he's literally wearing a pocket protector and like a button-up collared shirt, and he's got an old-fashioned looking crew cut and glasses. And he's like, as the guy is handing us the little thing with like those 6 tabs we bought in it of ecstasy, this chemist comes out of the back and he's like, "Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know I'm the chemist who works for the house. I tested some tabs of this exact stuff earlier, and it is 99.5% pure, and the other ingredients are inert. This is excellent stuff. You guys are gonna have a good time. Don't take too much of it." We're like, "Oh, okay." That's very nice of you boys. It's very nice of you boys to make sure that dangerous drugs are safe. I mean, it used to be in theory. It used to be that when I was a kid, you would hear heroin was that way. Like there were up the chain, there would be somebody who was fairly responsible about dosing out the heroin, figuring out how much should go in a bag or a bundle. But now in the fentanyl era, and even heroin in the post-Afghanistan era, you just never know how strong what you're getting is until you can't trust anyone. That it isn't. It's weird to say the heroin people aren't as ethical as they were 50 years ago, but it's true. They're younger and stupider, and the drugs are more complicated. A lot of the fentanyl deaths are just accidental. The time I almost overdosed on fentanyl that put me off of snorting anything sold to me as heroin altogether. Um, it just, they cut it a little too strong. Like I just thought it was I almost overdosed enough to really do a hurt to myself by aiming low. Like I thought the strongest heroin ever, and then I'll cut it back a little bit more than that because I haven't touched any of this stuff for like 6 months or a year. And I still fell out from a minor overdose. Like I just couldn't move for a couple of hours. I was still weak as a kitten when Red got home. It was spooky. And I was living with Red, so that was when I swore off weird hard drugs while I was living with Red. I don't know what this strange story is about me smoking meth with Rad. That time I overdosed on that stuff, I got some weird meth from the same source. And I mentioned it to Red, and I said, if you want to try it, I have it. And she was like, I'm okay. And then I changed my mind after I did the other stuff. I was like, you know what, I'm going to throw this stuff away. I don't even know if it's going to be meth. I shouldn't be offering you drugs anyway. She was like 22 or 23 when that happened, though. It's not like she was a kid. I don't know if Red's ever tried. She's probably tried meth now. It's so popular. Creepy, creepy stuff. And also dangerous. Mostly because you don't know what's in it. All this stuff made from piles of weird chemicals. Yeah, I wouldn't. God, if I was young, I just would stay away from hard drugs, illegal drugs. There's legal stuff that's pretty good in every category of drug you could possibly want right now. Like this is a golden age for weird over-the-counter drugs. Who knows how safe some of this stuff is? Like I do think these mushroom gummies I take, they might stack up in your liver or your kidneys in some way that fucks you up eventually. We can't trust the FDA these days. But what's the legal MDMA? Well, these Amanita-based mushroom gummies I take are pretty, some of the effects are similar. They're what make me weirdly cheerful when I shouldn't be. They don't make me MDMA cheerful. They're not a sex drug or a dancing drug. Ice is becoming more popular in Europe. It's been a problem in East and Southeast Asia for a while. Yeah, because you can make some weird variant of it from household chemicals. That kratom is fucking your liver, probably the Village Announcer. Once I get to a place where I'm stable and things aren't scary anymore, I'm going to stop taking kratom. It's what I'm taking instead of staying drunk at this point. Yeah. I'm taking a bit too much of it, but not so much too much it's really affecting my behavior. I'm going to quit it when I get where I'm going. Probably take up drinking regularly for a while because I just want to take it easy on my liver. All right, guys, I'm going to go get food, and I will be back live in a little while.